Hello everyone, we've got another battle report today. It's a solo report one, no Nick today, just myself, but it's really just a sort of a tester session because I finally got myself this book and I'm now up to date with all the rules and my god, a lot to remember, especially for people who are not doing every day. Anyway, so what we got up to today? So we've got the Tau versus the Iron Hand. So we've got Bork'an Sept for everybody want to know. So the Bork'an are the more advanced Tau. They're more into machines than Tau. Tau are pretty into machines anyway, but the Bork'an are very much into machines. And I've gone for the Space Marines who are also very much into machines, the Iron Hands. So it's going to be pretty much a battle of the machines over this one. So very much a Terminator Judgment Day for these lot. So let's have a look at what we're up to. So we're going to be doing the, we're doing the Warzone Nephilm Strike Force. That's 2,000 points. The mission we've chosen is the Scouring. So it's going to be deployment zones at either end of the table. So let's have a quick look. So if you can have a look on the table here, there's a few little lines. So you see the red lines? That's going to be deployment zone 1. And we've got deployment zone 2 with the blue lines. So they just come onto the edge of the area. So obviously that's being the objective markers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, so one starts over here, one starts over here. We've got the Space Marines starting off this one because they chose to be the defenders. So we've got to roll off and everything like that. But we've got them starting here. And we've got the Tau starting over there. So that's basically everything. So the only thing we've already got to do is obviously deploy. But let's have a look at what they're going to do. So, what's the Scouring about? Scouring is about typical things. 2 primaries now. Something I didn't know about, but I bought a book and finally figured out what everyone's talking about. So standard ones as usual. So they've dropped a point for victory points for objective markers. So it's 4 victory points now. So it's per condition. So it's 1 objective marker you own, 2 objective markers you own, and more than your opponents. So that's pretty standard stuff. Can't score it in the first turn. Then we've got Auspex Scan. So this is going to be scan objective markers. So when you're on the objective marker, do an action. And I believe that that completes at the end of your next command phase. So they've got to be on there for a while. That's for 3 victory points at the end of battle per 1. So that makes sense because there's 5 of them. What else we got? So we've got some secondaries. So the Tower going with Decisive Action, which is one of their own ones. We've chosen to go in the KO, so we're going to be fighting more aggressively in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th turn. So turn 3, 4, 5, earn 4 victory points if you own half or more of the objective markers. So that's kind of great because that works in tandem with primary. We've got Clean Victories, another Tau specific one. Kaon or KN, I'm not sure. It's like the pepper, I'm not sure. So turn 3, 4, and 5 again. So earn 1 victory point for 1 unit killed and 3 victory points for 2 units or more killed. So we're going for heavy kills in the last 3 turns. And then we're doing the one everyone's doing. So the retrieve the Nephilm data, which is essentially you get the infantry into a table quarter, 6 inches away from another table quarter. They've got to do an action that's completed at the end of their turn, and you basically get 2 or more to get some victory points at the end of the game. The Space Marines then, so the Iron Hands, they're going with Cold Fury, which is an Iron Hand specific one. So 1 victory point per condition. So that's basically an enemy in the deployment zone, vehicle in the center, vehicle does a ranged kill, and a vehicle does a melee kill. So that's pretty easy, kind of. Well, I've got enough vehicles, we'll see how it happens. So behind enemy lines, so 1 unit behind the enemy lines gets 2 victory points. I think that says there. I've got D2. Deployment zone, that's right. Sorry. 1 unit in enemy deployment zone for 2 victory points, and 2 units in enemy deployment zone for 4 victory points. So try and get some people in the back field to try and cause some shenanigans there. And I've brought a Psychic today, so I'm going to see if I can try and look after them. They usually get killed. Psychic Interrogation, Psychic Action, Warp a charge 4 against a character, 3 victory points per turn if you manage to do that. And you get a command point if you exceed their leadership. So that's quite cool. So that is the terms of the battle. We haven't done anything yet. I've sort of set up the board, so I had to remember where I can score. Last time I think I scored some victory points where I shouldn't have done with my Tau because of the whole sort of the Kaon specific one. So we'll have a little look at what we got. We'll have a look at the Space Marine. So we're going for a battalion, standard battalion. So you got to have 2 HQ choices and 3 troops, but we'll see what we've got here. So the new rules obviously means you get 6 command points. So there's 5 there you can see. 5 is because I've given this one I think I've given you, what have I given you? I've given you a Warlord trait. That's it, because I think I've done very similar things here. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we have a Primaris Librarian. That's he's running around with Null Zone, and I believe he's got the Scrouge thing, the Psychic Scouge, and also the one where they get to recharge again. So 3 ones. So that's obviously Chief Librarian. Would be doing rerolls. Well, adds 1 to this Deny the Witch test, but that's not going to be a problem with how. So yeah, that's that one going. So it's cast 2, deny 1, but the deny one's not going to come into play this game. We got the Warlord here, it's the Chaplain, Primaris Chaplain. So I've given this one the Master of the Sanctuary, so add an extra few points. So it takes an extra Litany, but also given it Wise Orator as a Warlord trait. So I spent that's what the command points on. So that basically means you can recite another Litany, and also it goes off on 2s rather than the 3s. So that's quite handy. So we've also got the Iron, what's his name? Iron Chief Feirros, Iron Master? Iron Dude. Big tech marine with Ravis armor. So he's coming along. So I'm not taking him as a Warlord because you have to take his rubbish Warlord trait, which basically makes him a fighter hand-to-hand combat. Not really why you bring tech marines along. This one's coming along to, obviously, because Iron Hands are very specific on their vehicles, and this one gives +1 to extra units, and also has a lovely 5 of invulnerable save aura, so I'm going to stick some troops near that to keep them a little bit safe from all that high-powered weaponry in the tower bringing along. Cool, so that is the HQ section, 3 of those. So we've got some troops, we've got your intercessors, so we've got Sarge with a chainsword, and we've got 3 with the standard bolt rifles, and I think we've got a grenade launcher somewhere in there. Same again for there, so it's basically 2 of the same. Then we've got the heavier version of them, so one with, this is the heavy intercessors, so 5 of them, all with the heavier bolt rifle, and we also have a heavy bolter as well. There we go, cool. So that's the Gravis armor, as anyone knows those one, I've probably just said that. So we've got my own custom made blade guard as well, so 5 of these guys. These are mate converted from the Stormcast, and I bought a few bits off eBay. So these guys are the ones with the sort of mastercrafted power swords, heavy bolt pistols, and they've got the storm shield, so they won't be actually appreciated from the Armor of Contempt, but they're a pretty solid unit, and they're going to be tucked away in one of the transports as well for a bit. Then we've got the twins, so the twin dreads, these are venerable, so one's rocking the assault cannon, so 6 shots hitting on 2s, and the heavy flamer as well, along with the fist, and this one's got the multi-melter, which is falling off from the blue tech, because that is a metal one from back in the day, and it's also got heavy flamer, so very multi-meltery there, so hitting on 2s, and I've basically got those for the command reroll, no, command rerolls, you know, but the March the Ancient, something like that, basically turn them into either a captain or a lieutenant for a command point. Then we've got 6 of the Eradicators. Eradicators are now rocking the heavy melter rifles, and they've got 2 multi-melters as well. So I'm going to be using some synergies with the Iron Hands tactics, so these, along with the Chaplain and the Dreadnoughts, making sure these guys really punch holes through the targets. But we've still got some invulnerable saves to worry about. That's why I brought the Librarian for the Null Zone. And then just some extra, I was tempted to take an Annihilator with some las cannons because it's Iron Hands, but I needed some extra shots. Running a bit low on shots on here, really. So I've gone with the Assault Plasma Velocity. So that's like Strength 6, -4, 1 damage, and then obviously doubling up for exploding problems. But yeah, they'll be good for elites and infantry, so we'll try and use them for that. And then finally we have the Repulsor Executioner. This is the one with the heavy las cannon, not the heavy las cannon, you know what I mean, the crazy big cannon, the heavy las, sorry, a bit of cobweb there. And then we've got the heavy Gatling gun, 2 bolters, and a lot of weapons around. So this thing's going to be going deep into the enemy territory because it can actually tank some shots. Hopefully I can meet it up with the Tech Marine later on and put some wounds back onto it. But I'm not worried about too much of the wounds because the Iron Hands tactics means this thing won't be losing its weapon skill, ballistic skill, sorry, for a while. Anyway, that be the Iron Hands. So what's we got? Quite a few there. Lots of heavy weaponry, lots of tough troops there. See what the tower have to say about that then. Alright, so freshly painted this morning. I've just finished off an Ethereal because I'm not playing as Farsight anymore. So they can have the Ethereal, and essentially this is their equivalent to a Chaplain. But we'll talk about it in a second. So Bork'an Sept, so I think they get an extra 4 inches to their range weapons. That's including flamers as well. And strength 7 or less weaponry against the battle suits only are 1 strength left. So if you're firing a bolter at this with strength 4, that becomes strength 3, yada yada yada. But not these guys. The armor doesn't. It has to have the battle suits. Okay, so Warlord then. It's going to be the Cold Star. The Cold Star Commander. Typical things of this. It's got a nice big movement. 14 inches flies. Ballistic skill 2. Weapons skill 3. You can take a lot of things with it. So I've given it a, once again, always a 4+ invulnerable save. And it's got the high outburst cannon, which is like 10 shots. Strength 5 -1. 1 damage. And then we've got 2 plasma rifles as well. So it's quite an expensive one, but he's going to be protected by a bunch of other soldiers. So we've got the ethereal. So this is like the equivalent to a chaplain. This thing's has 2 things it can do at the beginning of its command phase, and I gave it an extra, exactly like the other chaplain over there. I've given it a relic, so its stave there means it can do exactly the same as the other guy. He's basically got knows an extra litany. And he can also let another one off. So 2 litanies at the beginning of his phase going off on 2s, which is quite nice. So that's cool. No invulnerable saves or anything like that, but I have given him his hoverboard, so hopefully he can get out of trouble if needs be. Then we've got the Cadre Fireblade. This is one who buffs all the Fire Warriors. So I think this guy, what's he got? You choose 1, and they can reroll 1s. Sorry, everybody. And everybody around him who's a fire warrior gets to have exploding 6s, so he's quite handy. And he's got a nice little rifle, and I think he's got a mark light, which I always forget. And I gave him a little buddy with 2 pulse rifles, pulse carbines, 4 extra shots anyway, hitting on 4s, 5s, something rubbish. Maybe if I've got the actual marker lights. Anyway, so we've got some fire warriors, standard fire warriors with their pulse rifles, not the carbines. So these are the 36, now 40-inch because of the Bork'an. So that's rapid firing at 20 inches, that's quite nice. And then they've got a guardian thing, so that's got 4-up invulnerable save, and it basically means they get transhuman, but only on 2s rather than 3s. So you can't wound them on anything on 1s or 2s. Obviously you can't wound them on 1s, but you can't wound them on 2s either. I don't think there's much Space Marine stuff, but if they start getting attacked by melter guns and stuff like that, they still, yeah, it makes them a little tougher. Exactly the same again, so rinse and repeat. Got another bunch of Firewalls with a Guardian Drone. Cool. We've got some recruits. We've got to recruit some recruits. We've got the 15 of them. So they've got some special rules. Basically keep them in cover a lot of the time because they've got a 6-up save, but put them in cover, they've got a 4-up save. So we'll see how that works. And they've got some other stratagems, but that depends if I can get them in there and get them munching on some Space Marines. Right, that's the troops. We've got some, what's this then? Fast attack. This looks like the Pathfinders. So we've got 2 rail rifles, I believe. So they're the ones that do mortal wounds, heavy weapons, and then everyone else has got pulse carbines. So lots of shooty, assault weaponry, strength 5, dash. And I think that's everything from them, apart from everyone's got a marker light. And they've got the 3 bodies so they can absorb some shots. There's a gun there, something to anti the charges, and something to increase their distance as well. So I think they're at 28 at the moment, so I think that gets about 30 inches altogether. So that's quite nice. Right then, the Peace Resistance is going to be the Crisis suits. So these are the standard ones, not the bodyguard. So everyone's got some weaponry. So we've got 5, we've got exactly the same. So 2 pulse rifles, 2 plasma rifles, 1 rocket pod, and everybody's got a shield generator. Then it's just Sarge in the middle there, Sarge, and you know, there's Shazray. 2 plasma rifles, 1 shield, and it's got the free Overwatch thing. I think it's called Counter-Fire Defense System. Essentially, this guy in the middle gets to hit on 5s on Overwatch, and everyone else gets to Overwatch again, but it doesn't cost me a command point. Nice. Did I spend... Oh yeah, I did have a Warlord trait in this guy as well. Warlord trait for this one means you can choose a core unit, and any hits on 6 auto wound. That's quite nice. So we're back to these guys, and they've brought a lot of their buddies with them. So there's 12 drones there. So 6 of them are shields, and 6 of them are marker lights. So there's a lot of wounds to get through. I think that's so. The shields obviously 4+ invulnerable save, and they got 2 wounds apiece. So that's quite nice. And then obviously the mark lights are 1 apiece. So there's going to be a lot of shooting to get through to get to these finally. These guys will also be benefiting from the ethereal, which are hoping to give them a -1 to hit and a 5-up shrug. So these are going to be incredibly tanky. Okay, what else have we got about tank wise? Let's have a look at the big boys. So this is the new rules that you can bring these guys along with you for free rather than for free. So these, yeah, so I think I've got 4 command points. I should have 1, but this is for free because I'm one of the special units. I think it's like there's some Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, Orcs. There's a few who can't bring the Super Auxiliary attachment, but the Tau are fine, so they can bring their Super Mega Destroyer. But it did get a price boost, so it does cost me, I think, about 50, 60 more points now. So this has got the standard one, not the Ultra Mega 12 damage one. This is the 3d3, strength 10, -4, 3 damage. So pretty standard, really. Pretty, not standard, it's very bloody, it's bloody effective, but it could be way more effective. 4 destroy missiles, 2 flamers, a bunch of missiles, and some extra missiles just in case those missiles weren't enough. Loads of missiles. So this guy's got all the rules. 4 up invulnerable save. If it doesn't move and does the action plant, it can plant its feet and it can reroll all hits. And also it's got some other. I think if it's shooting at squads for over 6, it gets additional hits or something. But I don't think that's going to really come to apply because I don't think there's any squads in the other team apart from the Eradicators who have 6 or more. So that's that one. And finally, we have the Riptide with 2 of the shielded drones. So basically shield drones, but with missile pods. And this one's got the anti-marine one. So it's got 12 shots, strength 6, -2, 2 damage. So that could probably deal with some damage on some Marines. And 2 plasma rifles as well for extra discomfort. It can fly as well, so it's pretty mobile. And none of them are punchy, but I don't know. I think there's like 3 attacks. So I will not try to be engaging with any of my my big boys because they will get squished very, very quickly. Even by, I don't think well, the Dreadnought certainly could do some damage. So that is the 2 sides then. So what have we got? I suppose we could do some rolling off. So we have the Space Marines are going to be over here. We're going to have the Tau over here. And we're going to roll to see who's going to drop first, I guess. Oh no, it's the person who defends first, I believe. I'm going to check the rules. If not, doesn't really matter. I'll come back when we're deployed. So here we are after the deployment then, and it looks very, very dire for the Space Marines, but they're Space Marines, they're much well trained, they're used to overwhelming odds. It's exactly the same amount of points. I don't understand why it looks so intimidating. Maybe it's because their troops just cost so much less. Anyhow, so we've got both deployed. So the defender did have to go first, so it was the Space Marines. So what we did, we chucked a bunch of troops in there. So what we have, we've got 6 Primaris troops, you've got 5 Blade Guard, and you've got the Librarian in the Executioner. So they've got a little bit of toughness to prevent them being shot off the board before they get to the other end. We also got the 5 Intercessors, they're just sitting there. So they're going to be running on to that point, and they're all nicely sort of covered by these cargo containers. So what else we got? It's probably best to have a top view for this one. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. So this is 2 Dreadnoughts, an Eradicator squad, a Chaplain, a Iron Father Feirros, and a Heavy Intercessor squad, all tucked in there. So they're all getting the 1+ and dense cover. This one's a big building, so they're getting a -1 to hit at the moment, and they're getting a +1 to their saves at the moment. So start them off quite nice and safe. I don't know which turn they're going first. That's them. And what else we got? Who else is here? I think we've got the Hellblasters and the Intercessors here. There they are. So they're just sitting, and once again, they're sort of blocked by that one. That is everyone. So literally just 3 lines, 3 little blobs, really. 2 tiny blobs and a big blob in the middle. And something nasty on the inside of that one. So let's have a look on the other side. So, countering that one is the Riptide. So sitting pretty much, you can see they're pretty much facing each other, but not. So they're there, 2 little drones behind it, and behind them are the recruits. I've got to double check something because I think they can move, but I didn't want to get them shot off the board. I want to eventually get them in there, but they've got to do a few things around here first before they go over there. So keep them cover, let them do their actions, yada yada yada. So, I don't know how legit the narrative was, but I'm feeling like the Manta Ray ship, is it the Manta Ray ship that would drop these things off? He's dropped it off very good. It's a very good pilot, and very well pilots all around. They've managed to land in there, so I don't intend to really move this anyway. So, and I don't want Space Marines crawling over it with their power swords and power fists. So, put them at the top up here, nice and safe. For a time being. Everyone can see it, but it's a giant thing with massive amounts of wounds and invulnerable saves, so we'll see how it fares. And below him, he's got some, what do you call them, Pathfinders. These Pathfinders are very, very good at adding the extra marker lights, so I've put them in a nice, safe place. So they're tucked in there, they ain't going to be moving too. So this is the place of non-movement. What else we got? We've got a lovely Organised. Look how organised the Tau are. So we've got one fire cadre amongst two squads of the fire warriors there, so they're going to be doing bits and pieces. Moving straight onto that, they've also got the 6 Crozius suits with their 12 drones. Then we've got commander back there with the ethereal, and that is everybody deployed up. Zoom back out again. Wee. So I believe that's everyone. So what have we got to do? I guess we've got to roll off to go. So I'm playing well, green dice for Space Marines, and we're going to go rogue fingers, sorry people. We're going to go for, yeah, black for Space Marines, black for Tau, and green for Space Marines. Space Marines will be going first. Right, we'll come back after Space Marines turn 1. Right, haven't moved yet because there's so much going on now in the command phases now, so I've got to pay a little bit more attention to them. So, at the beginning of this one, everybody gets a command point regardless per command phase. So, when it's the Tau's turn, Space Marines get one, and when it's Space Marines' turn, the Tau's get one. So, the Space Marines are now back to 6, and Tau's now got 5. Okay, so, command stage stuff. So, there is a few things. So, I do have shenanigans going on here. So, we have the Iron Fiber, who basically can give a, what do you call them? You can give it basically a unit, a core unit, an infantry unit, I think. Oh no, it's anyone, I think. +1 to their hits, so that's just automatic. So I'll be giving that to the Eradicators, if you can see them in there somewhere. Okay, and also I'm going to place, I'm going to use a stratagem called what's the ancient one thing, which is going to basically turn my multi-melter Dreadnought into a lieutenant. So basically re-rolling wound rolls of 1 for everybody in there. Or am I going to turn him into the captain? Because I haven't got a captain or a lieutenant. It's usually good to bring them on both. So what I've got is really, I'm going to do something with the chaplain, basically means they're going to get +1 to their hit roll. So I think possibly then, because of the melter issue, oh no, because I'm in heavy doctrine, so we will be re-rolling all the ones anyway. So yeah, we will do as a lieutenant then. See, you've got to think these things out loud. So for 1 command point, I'm turning the multi-melter dreadnought in there into a lieutenant. So anyone in the aura, I think it's 6-inch aura, and got the core keyword will get re-rolls of 1. So that includes the assault one and itself as well, so it's quite nice and handy. So that's the first command point down. Okay, any other sort of things I've got to do at the beginning of the game? So we do have the my chaplain. So the chaplain gets 1 as standard, but I get 2 now because I've got the master of the sanctuary and also I've got the wise orator. So it basically gets a +1 to the throws. So we're going to put these both on. So what have I got for this guy? He's got you've got add 1 to your hit rolls. So I've already got that going on for those guys. So I might as well put that on someone else. So I can put that on potentially. They're hitting on 2s anyway, so they're not too bad anyhow. Let's put that on the heavy guys. So these are going to go on the heavy intercessors then. So this goes off on a 2. That goes off. So they have now got an extra +1 to their range in the heavy intercessors. Cool. So he's also got the one which is basically +1 to range for the wounds. So we'll do that to the Eradicators. So this goes off on a 2. And that goes off. Excellent. So everything that's gone off needs to go off. There's no actions, there's no sort of abilities that anyone could do anything for movement. That's really on this side of things. These guys can move if they wanted to, but since it's not their turn, they can move now, technically. But that would be just stupid. Plus they can do something there anyway because they're infantry. Blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that later. And these guys could actually move, but they're staying still. So that's sort of null and void. Right, we'll do some moving then, since I think that's absolutely everything. Yes, I believe that is. If not, I will catch up with you after I've moved everybody. Okay, right, back in a bit. Okay, and righty, we've got all the movement done. So, basically, everyone just shunted out of their positions and into some sort of semblance of some victory points. So, I forgot. Something on the floor. So, everybody's out of there and they've moved forward essentially. So, the dreadnought with the multi-melter can't get shots on anyone because he's just tucked behind the building too much. They can't see anyone, neither anyone at the top there. But the assault cannon one is seen through the building, up through here, and can see our pathfinders. So that's the shots from there. We've got the multi-melters here. Only 4 of them are in view. So they've got the 2 multi-melters and 2 multi-Orators. And the only thing they can see are the pathfinders over there. Not pathfinders, sorry, the fire warriors. They would love to have shots on the crisis suits, but they just can't see around that corner. So that's lot done. We've got the tank here. The tank can see, can just about see the recruits and can also see the Riptide. Possibly can also see that one, but we'll probably deal with that a bit later. I think we'll deal something a little bit more manageable and something that's not going to take over objective markers all the time. Okay, and these guys, they also got shots onto the Riptide as well. So hopefully together the 10. Now, one of these is going to be doing an action. I believe that one is going to be doing an action. So this one can take some shots at also the Pathfinders as well in there. Let's have a little looky around the rest of the board. So we've also got, so the Chaplain ain't shooting nobody. Let's have a little zoom in on this area. So we've got Chaplain there, we've got the 5 Feirros, we've got our Eradicators, we've got 2 Dreadnoughts, and we've got the Heavy Intercessors there. We've got the regular Intercessors on this point, they're going to be doing an action, so essentially that they do that at the end of their next command phase, so they can't do anything. And we've got the Hell Blasters, who have got some pretty good shots on the crisis seats. So they're not they're going to be up for them, but essentially give them enough time to hopefully get them out of there. Cool. So that's everybody. So I'm just trying to remember stuff. So there should be a psychic phase, and I do have one, but everybody, yeah, the person who's doing that's in the tank. So we won't do that. But we must start with the tank then. So because I know what Riptides are like, they're very, very difficult to get rid of. We'll be firing everything. So this is going to be an absolute vast menu of stuff. So we're in the heavy doctrine at this point in time. So our iron hands really benefit from this doctrine. Essentially, we can move without any struggle with heavy weapons. That's more of the infantry. But we can also reroll heavy weapon ones. So that applies to quite a few things on this. So we've got heavy bolters. We've got the heavy las cannon. We've got the heavy Gatling cannon, which deals heavies. I think this is the Icarus thing back here. That's heavy as well. Storm bolters, not so much. Okay, so we'll start with the biggie. No, I want to start with the small ones because first we've got to get rid of these stupid little shield things. So with the Tau, the drones basically are considered the same toughness as what their unit is. So this is a toughness 7 unit. So I'm going to be doing toughness 7 attacks. So let's see if this one's going to... So I'm just going to double check what things I've got, because I don't know how many frag or things... One range, everything's in 18 inches. So I'm just going to use all my small arm stuff, see if we can get rid of those drones first. Then, and I know they can't do any sort of things against lower caliber weaponry. And then we'll use the higher stuff when we know we've got the Riptide as an open target. So we'll come back once I've refreshed myself in what small armaments it actually has. I think it's like got... So it looks like it's got 2 small, but I wouldn't trust what my kit building processes. So I will double check the datasheet and be right back. As much as my kit building is pretty rubbish, it's actually all there, apart from one which is a bit weird, which is this one, which is basically, that's a Frag Storm Launcher 1, and that's 2. 2 Storm Bolters, Icarus Rocket Pod, Iron Stubber thingy, heavy, yeah, it's all there. So, let's start shooting at this thing then. So we'll do with the classic Space Marine stuff, we'll do the Storm Bolters. So no might dashes for this one, and plus the Frag Storm is exactly the same, so we'll basically roll for those then. So Frag Storm get 2d6. So these are results, so I get an extra 6 shots. So Storm Bolters get 2 apiece, and then an extra 6, so another 4. Alright, that's about right. So no rerolls for these ones. These are just going to be hitting on 3s. So hitting against this guy, there's no minuses to hit or anything. It's got no stealth shields or anything like that. It's just got a few things it can do to save itself later on against bigger stuff. So because this is strength, so it's going to be strength 3 rather than against this. So this is going to be 6s all the way rather than 5s because of Bork'an, it basically any range attacks will minus the strength of this. So these are strength 4. They're now turning into strength 3. So we'll be hitting on 3s. No rerolls of 1s because it's not a heavy weapon. It's quite a nice lot of 6s there, but I'll need those for the next lot. Let's see then. So we're going to use 6s to wound this thing. We get 2 6s going through, and that is the lot. There's no rerolls at all for that. I've got no ability to reroll wounds for any of these armies, so I've got to hit quite high. So 2 of those go through at going to be dash. So it's a 3-up save for all of these because no, it uses their own same characteristics. Unless I want to use that, I can use its own characteristics, or I can use theirs. So they have that's going to be 4-up, isn't it? So 4-up, I believe. Yeah, and that's safe. Okay. We'll go on to the next pieces then. So we'll do the Iron Hail, which is going to be hitting on 3s as well. So this is, I believe it's this one without the gunner there. So hitting on 3s. This is a heavy weapon, so I get to reroll that one. 3 hits, wounding on 6s because it's strength 4. 1 wound at -2 because we're in Devastated Doctrine, so that is definitely going to be its 4 up invulnerable. So 4s. And that is the first wound of the Space Marines. Huzzah! So one of these is down to 1 wound. Okay, what's next? We've got the 2 at the back here. So this is quite nice. I just looked on the stat sheet. So if the target unit, unit you're targeting is got the fly keyword, which this certainly does, you get a +1 to hit. So this is going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. All hit. So this is going to be also -2, but also still wounding on 6s then. So this is still going to be bad. 3 get through. That's all right. Could be enough to kill him. We've got some very bad rolls for this. I should be using there, and so we've got 3 saves at 4+. And that's all. The drones are doing very well today. So that's those done. Okay, what else we've got to fire? So we're done with that one. We're done with this one. We're done with these little ones. So it looks like we've got Icarus rocket pod, some heavy bolters. Let's do the heavy bolters. Okay, so heavy bolters are going to give me, I believe, 6 and re-rolling 1s. Okay, heavy bolters coming in. Re-rolling 1 for 5 hits. Not bad for a heavy bolter. So this is going to be strength 4. So this is going to be 5s again at least. So yep, 5s. That's better. Look at that. That's fine. Well, you can always rely on the bolter. So that's all those in. This is at -2, so this is back to their 4s. But this at least is 2 damage apiece. So yeah, they can't use any sort of relief to reduce down to 1. It's only the actual unit itself. So we're looking for. Well, he's looking for 1 to 3s, and he's looking for 4 to 6s. So let's see how we've got here. Well, I'll use this one. I can remember. That's 1 dead. And that's 2 dead. So the heavy bolter manages to finish off the drones. Cool. Right, you're on your own, my friend. And unfortunately, because it does have a strat where it can shrug stuff, it can't do it at the moment because it hasn't had a go yet. So that is why we use the small arms first, because now it opens up for all the big tasty stuff. So we've got Icarus rocket pod, which is toughness 7, and we've got the onslaught. So we'll do the onslaught first. We'll see if it does any massive damage. So this is why I've got so many dice here. Well, not so many. What's that, 4? That's 12. Excellent. So these are going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Look at that, no 2s. Lovely. Come on, come on. Excellent. Everyone hits. So this is at -2, but this is going to be, so it is strength 6, that gets reduced to 5, so this is going to be 5s again. So, wounding on 5, no rerolls, that's, what, 3, that's about right, isn't it? Cool, and this is going to be its 4 invulnerable save. All but 1, so we've managed to put a wound on it, so that is down to 13. Excuse me, people. 13? There's a 6 on there, sure. Oh, he's lost the gun now as well. Oh, he's fallen to pieces. Just one damage already. Oh, my life. Lemon Tower with their interchangeable weapons. I'll fix that in a minute. Right. So let's try and, this might not have to fix. I might blow him off the board in one go. So that is, that was the Gatling. So we've got 2 weapons left. We've got the Icarus and we've got the onslaught. Sorry, not onslaught, the heavy las cannon. So we'll do the Icarus, D3 for 1 hit. So we're hitting on 3s. Hits. So it's strength 7 turns down to 6. So this is going to be 5s again. Wounds at -2. Back to its save. And it fails. So this one it can do, but it's only D3, and I don't think it's going to use it against it. I think it's going to be more worried about the las cannon. So this is D3 wounds. 2. So that's down to I lost 1. How many did I lose? 1. What? That's 2 wins. Sorry, my bad. So we're at 13, so we're down to 11. Long week. Okay, so that is that one. We've only got the las cannon left. So hitting on 2s this time, re-rolling 1s because of the Aquilian optics. Both hit. wound save. This is I think it's 12, so it's going to be 3s anyway. Well, it's not 14. And it would reduce it anyway to down by 1. Oh no, it's over 7, so it wouldn't do the reduction. Fantastic. So 3s to wound. 1 wound. Do I want to do a command? Yes, because this is going to be the really big significant target, this one. So there's a command point reroll. Wounding on 3s. No. No! Okay, so that's going to be its 4-up and vulnerable save. And it saves. Okay, that is the end of that one. Right then, that was pretty good. I will fix the arm in a moment and double check any sort of rules. But down to 9 wounds, that's pretty damn good to start off with. We might be able to do some more of these. So we'll go with these guys. Oh, I think why's the light come on? My bad. How odd. Right, must be too dark in here. So we've got all the shots going off on the tower up there, and also we're going to fire a round. I think, yeah, a frag round. No. Now we'll do all the shots. So they did move, so they can't. So it's going to be, yeah. So we'll do so we'll do 4 shots, and we'll do a grenade, and I think we'll do a crack grenade for funsies. So we'll do the bolt gun first, bolt rifles. So hitting on 3s, but they do get a +1 to their cover because they're in cover. So 3s first. No rerolls because these aren't heavy weapons, so that's bad. Wounding on. So this is going to be 4 against 3, and it doesn't just because not so 3s. It wounds, it's at -1, so that'll give them back to their 4s because they would lose 1, but they get 1 back for being in cover. So 4s. That's a fail, and that is 1 wound off one of their drones. I'll produce the charge one. That's that one. Okay, and then we've got the crack grenade. So fire the crack grenade, hits on, so this is now, oh no, do you lose 1? I guess you do lose 1 for movement. So 4s, I guess. Hits, wounds on 2s because it's strength 6 and their toughness 3. I could reroll that, I suppose. No, not that one anyway. Yeah, that wounds. So it's going to be at -2. So that's going to give them, so it should be 6, but that gives it 5s. So 5-up save. Fails and D3 damage. For 1. And that is another little drone down. Give me you. That's what the drones are for. They're really for soaking up the damage, aren't they? It's like bread, dinner. Let's get rid of those. I believe that is that squad done. Because you weren't doing action. They're doing an action. They can't do anything. They can. So we've got these guys. So they're going to go fire into this one as well. They're going to still have a lot of problems with because of the wounding thing. But I'm going to spend a command point. So we're going to use a Hellfire Shell. Spending a command point on my heavy bolter dude. So because we're in devastated doctrine, he doesn't suffer any combat wounds, so he still hits on 3, and I can reroll 1. So what I don't want here is 2s. Actually, what did I do? I gave them +1 to hit, didn't I? Yes. So the chaplain gave them the extra 1 to hit, or one of them gave an extra 1 to hit. So he will be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s with the Hellfire shot. So mortal wounds against this beast. Whew, that's very low. Thank God I didn't do that addition because 2 is a bad number. But yeah, he's got +1 to his hits and because all the things, so that's wounds. So D3 more wounds. For 3, marvellous. So that's going to be down to 2, so he's down to 7 now. Okay, fantastic. We'll do some more shooting into him then. We've got 4 heavy bolt rifles on hitting on 3s. No rerolls, because that's just standard weapons. Actually, they are within, but that's rerolling the 1s, I believe. For, yeah, lieutenant, yeah, turn into a lieutenant, so it's not, yeah. So, no, can't reroll that. So those 4 hit. So winning on 5s, rerolling 1s. For nothing. Fair enough. Well, the heavy bolt did its job. Cool. I guess we'll do the Dreadnought next then. Dreadnought with the assault cannon in there. Going to go straight into these guys, so I'll probably finish off that last, what you call it, the drone. So, it's a Venerable Dread, so he hits on 2s, rerolling 1s, because we're in Devastated Doctrine, marvellous, because that was 3 1s right there. So all but 1, lovely. So these are going to be, so it's Strength 6 versus Toughness 3, so 2s, and rerolling 1s, because there's my buddy behind me. And that's 5 wounds at -2, which is going to give them a 5-up save because they're light cover. So 3 wounds to get through, and that I know for a fact that that last one has got 3 wounds because it's a beast. Badoom. No explosions though, they just go. Right, a lot of drone killing. So that's them done. So that's the last bit over there in the middle. I think we're going to go towards our eradicators. So let me just grab some dice and head on over. Now, I could do some Iron Hand shenanigans, but I'm not really against the target I want to attack, so I'm not going to bother at this moment in time. Oh, I'm having drop dice problems here, sorry people. Right, let's go over here. Got some dice off. So let's see what we can do. So I can't see very well, I can only see with 4. So we've got 2 melter rifles and 2 multi-melters, so I'll make sure the multi-melters can. So they're all going to target into the front fire warriors, I believe. And that's their only target. They'd love to target that. They can just about reach it, can we? No, they can't reach that one, so they can't do anything against that one. But we couldn't do anything because of the lookout sir anyhow. And then we've got 15 shots from our assault plasmas into these guys. Obviously, it's going to be going into these guys. So we'll do the assault plasma bits. Let's go back to the oldie box. So what do I need? I need 15 for these plasmas. And there's no way I'm overcharging it at the moment because I don't want Marines exploding this early in the game. Let's do. Okay. So we're going to be shooting. We didn't advance. We're just staying around the corner, so we'll still be hitting on 3s. No rerolls on 1s because these aren't heavy weapons. Let's hit. Now, did I want to? Now, I can do explodies for these ones. I will do that. Yeah, for 1 command point. This will be exploding 6s. So what that basically means is any wounds I now roll on 6, they'll double up, which is very nice. So, what have we got here? Phew, let's see if we can come on, all 6s. None yet. 1. So what were we wounding them anyway? We were wounding them on 3s because they're strength toughness 5. So no, yes. So all but 1, they have that back. Okay, so guess what they've got, people? They've got invulnerable saves. Well, their drones do anyway. So the drones are going to take the invulnerable save. So I think I can just roll these all together because it's not sort of like multiple damage on these plasmas. So we'll just add up what doesn't get through. So they have got 12 wounds to get through for the invulnerable save, so I won't be able to do it in this throw, but we'll see how many we can start off with. Oh, it's good for the Space Marines. So those 2 save, but we've got 1 dead drone, 2 dead drone. We've got 3 dead shield drones already. That's a great start. Great. Thank you very much. Trying to keep them near troops. Sorry, I was pointing in the wrong direction. So we're down 3. More drones than you can shake your tree fat. Tree fat? Oh, God knows what. That is those help. They can't do anything because they're doing nothing. So it just leaves my eradicators and my and what's his face? I'm Master Feirros. Oh, wrong direction. Zoom in. He's there with his forge bolter, so we can do something with that. So I'll do the forge bolter first. Why not? So forge bolter gets 3 shots. He's hitting on 2s. He's going to go against the fire warriors in the front line. He's going to be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. All hit. Strength 5, so they're going to be wounding on 3s. Yeah, because it's not battle suits. He's not core, so he doesn't get to reroll 1s. Not in here. So that is -2, so it's -3. So they don't get saved, so that's 2 dead. Yeah, 2 dead, 2 fire. So firing at the front. We'll take you from the front line then. There we go. Okay, we'll do the ones we can do. So we can do heavy melter rifles. So they'll be hitting on 2s and rerolling 1s because of the Iron Master giving them +1 to hit, and Heavy Doctrine rerolls 1s for Iron Hands. All hit. And so we'll be wounding on 2s, but we won't because of the Guardian drone. So it's wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the multi-melter Dreadnought. So that obviously would have gone through, but because of the Guardian drone, that saved them. So thank God I didn't take that away last time. So that is just going to be, these are the melter rifles, so they give you 2. Anyway, there's no way to save those. -5, so 3 more dead. That blood there is quite appropriate, but mind you, I don't think that would have left any blood. I think that would have just evaporated them. So multi-melter, we've got 2 of them this time. So 8 shots going in. Because this is the crazy rule they have, which basically if they all fire at the same target, they can basically double up the fire. So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. 1. This hasn't got the crazy one, so this is going to be 3s again. Rerolling 1s. So all but 1. So that is another 6 dead. So take you from the front, guys. Well, actually take 1 off the thing, 1 off you. 2, 3, 5. I'm gonna guess you, and I'm gonna assume he's gonna. Well, yeah, he's lost 9. Yeah, that's his run. So that is a squad gone. Well, that's a multi-melter against a bunch of infantry. That's really going to happen. I believe that is it, though. That is all the shooting they've got. He's used all his millions of guns. They've used their guns. They've used everyone's used their guns. So there's no charging this phase. So we'll call that at the end of that. So let's have a little look at the prizes then. So can't score that yet. That happens at the end of my turn. So the tower have got a whole turn to actually try and push me off the objectives. Let me zoom on these. Oh, that's better. That's better. So, yeah. So, as far as Iron Hands go, did they kill anything with a machine? No. Did they kill anything machine in combat? No. Did they get anyone into the enemy lines? No. And did they get into the middle of 6 inches? No. So we can't say Kill Fury was pretty much a write-off on that one. Behind enemy lines. Wasn't I going to do one of the... oh, no, that was it. Yeah, sorry, my bad. What were we going to do? So, behind him, no, didn't get that. We'll have to wait for that one. Cycling Joe didn't do that. So, very much zeros all the way through for the poor old Space Marines there. I can't score anything on the primaries, even though we should be able to score those next. And we'll find out on the primary number 2 for the other one as well, because obviously you can't score it in the first turn. Cool. Alright, people, I will see you after we've had a bit of tower retaliation. See you in a bit. Okay then, a few command things to do prior to moving my tower around. So everybody gets a command point back. So 1 for the Space Marines, 1 for the tower. So they've got 6. Space Marines are on 3. Okay, we're going to do all commandy stuff then. I'll start over in this corner. We've got the tower website here. So it's got something called a Nova Core. The Nova Core? Something like that. Nova Reactor. And essentially, you roll 2 dice. And if you exceed, I believe, I don't know if you equal. If you exceed it, though, you don't get to use the ability. But there's 3 abilities to choose from. One is a 5-up shrug, which would have been bloody handy earlier. The other is make 6 extra shots with that, a really big gun. And the other one is do charges for some reason. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the shrug, because we're trying to keep it in a few more battle rounds, shall we? So I believe this goes off on less than 8. So I don't know. If I get 8, I'll have to double check it. So hopefully this is less than 8. It's 7, that's fine. So that goes off, and that's now got a 5-up shrug. Fantastic. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about adding wounds on. They've got no sort of auto-sidim or anything like that, but we'll just see how long we can hold on for. But it's still in the top bracket, so that's pretty cool. Okay then, this one's got something to do. This one's basically planting its feet, which essentially means it can reroll all hits on every single thing it's got, so that's quite nice and handy. These guys will be shooting their marker lights after they move, but they're not moving, so they're going to fire their marker lights with everybody else if they can see anyone. And what else we got over here? So we do have the Ethereal. He doesn't do anything in command phase. He's already done his stuff. Oh no, he hasn't done his thing. He has got to do his thing. Sorry, my bad. So he's got 2 invocations he can do. So this is going to go on our crisis suits. So the crisis suits can get a -1 to the hit. So we'll do that first. This goes off on a 2. That goes off. So -1 to hit now. And also they're going to get a 5-up shrug on a 2. You get that as well. So that is just so everyone gets a -1 to hit, so it includes the drones, but only the core suits actually get the shrug. So you can't shrug on these guys, but can something to do about belief. Drones don't have belief apparently. Right, I think that is everything. So so they're the only ones who can move and shoot, apart from the drones who can move and then shoot their markers. So we'll do some markers now if people aren't moving, and I believe that's absolutely no one, so everyone's moving. So there is he has got one, but he's going to move. Well, he might not move. He just needs to get his squad into place. They've got to do something. Infantry's got to do something. I might do something with the Ethereal, trying to do some actions. Okay, let's everybody do that. We'll do some moving, and I'll come back to you when everything's moved or done actions. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Right, back in a bit. Right then, so here you are at the end of the Tau movement slash Markerlight painting. So we've got 2 Markerlights on the repulsor. We've got managed to get 2 on the intercessors. We've got 1 on the heavy intercessors. We've got 1 on the assault cannon dreadnought in there. There's 2 on the intercessors over there, and there's 3 on the hellblasters. So everybody is very much been lit up by the Tau Markerlight teams there. So what have we got then? What else have we done? So we're doing the, I think this is the Nephilm one. So what they've got to do here is just do an action, and so they can't do anything, so they're just going to hang about, and we'll wait to see what happens to that tank. So they're doing an action, and that will be completed at the end of my turn, not at the beginning of my command phase. The command phase one is over there, we'll talk about that in a second. So the Riptide has just stuck itself down. It's got its 5-up shrug. It's now got good position on the heavy intercessors, and also can see the repulsor. We've got, you can see much everyone apart from anyone behind there. You can just about see them, but it can't see anyone from there. It doesn't have any ones that can fire outside. I'll have to double check on that one. Apart from Hunter Killers, which can't, but can if I've got a Markerlight. So I'll be sending either 2 into that one, which you can see anyway, but the one I'm more worried about is that one. So I might try and do that and try and get some mortal wounds, trying to get that exploding. Okay, these guys have got some pretty good sight on down the way, so they can, I'm not going to get, the phone's too big, but basically we can see the intercessors, heavy intercessors, and also I think we've also got our eyes on the intercessors over there as well, so we've got the heavy rail weapons for that. These guys are doing an action, but I forgot to do, there's an invocation which guys can do. It's not an invocation, it's something, it's just like an ability built in, but an ethereal can select a core unit, and essentially that core unit can then fire without their action failing. So these guys are doing an action which is the the primary one, and then him himself is actually doing the Nephilm one. So there's 2 actions going on down here, but they can fire, and he hasn't got a pistol, so he hasn't got any firing. They're all in movement there, and essentially these guys are going to try and wipe out this little lot. We haven't got any eyes from this lot on the group over here, but we do have boss over here can see the dreadnought, and these guys can see the Gravis troops, so we might use some stratagems to go and get them. So I think that's pretty much it, so we might as well just use some firing then, I guess. Let's start with the Riptide over there. So, Riptide gets a few guns, and we've got the plasma guns as well. So it's only out of everyone, because obviously there's, I mean, most of them got 3 or 4 over there. Obviously the head, it's actually quite a low powered unit, but I would have the missile folks, but they just get exploded. So, but it does fly, and it can move around, and it's got the weird nose thing. And they've obviously, I think it can do a few more buffs, I'll make it a little bit cheaper, I'm not too sure. So, what am I going to do? Have I got any stratagems? Am I going to do anything? No, that's not enough dice. That is 10. So what you're going to do is we're going to use the Markerlight, and we're going to shoot potentially some targets. So we're going to use the big cannon against these guys. Right then, so Markerlight removed, because only 1 unit can use per Markerlight. So this guy's targeting up, so this should be hitting on 4s, now we're hitting on 3s. It does have multi-tracker, which basically means 6s explode, I believe, or something like that. But it's a 5 grand group, so it's not going to do that. So 3s. That's very good. Very, very, very good. So these are toughness 6, sorry, strength 6, so that's tough 5. So this is going to be 3s again. There's no rerolls in the Bork'an. It's basically more defensive. It has got 4 extra inches, but it was very close anyway. Anyway, 3s. Oh, that's a lot of 2s and 1s. Okay, fine, that's fine. 3, there you go, I like that. So we've got 5 through. This is at -2, but Armour of Contempt, being what it is basically gets down to -1. So this is going to be some 3-up saves. The majority are not, I'm not going to call that cover. So this is going to be a 4-up save. It's 2 damage a piece though, so see what we can do. But they have got their shrugs. So, what was I saying? 4-up. Oh, hello. So 2 save, that's fine. So this is 6 damage. So it's potentially kill off, well, 1 and a bit Marines. So we'll do this bit by bit. So each has 2 damage. So each gets 2 dice. La-di-da. And we'll roll for each. So first one goes through to the first Marine. He shrugs 1. So 1 wound. So second one. He's dead. And 1 more win remaining. Okay. So we take away 1 troop. Let's take away you, my friend. And that is the end of that one. Okay, we'll do some plasma then. So the plasma again, we're going to shoot at our friend the tank. So we'll take off a marker light to say that we've marked it up and no one can use the signal again. The 2 plasmas left, so they're going to be hitting on threes, yes. Missing 1. So wounding on 4s, because that is a toughness 8, and that is 8. And that is an 4, so that's fine. So these are -4, but that goes down to -3, so that turns into a 6. Sub save. Yes, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. And that isn't a save. Do I want to pay for a reroll? Not really. It's a beginning game. And so that's 3 damage. So I get to roll some dice, and 6 ups are going to shrug it. Come on, 3 6s. Oh, 2? Not bad. So that's down to 15 wounds. That's very good. Well done. Some Tom Shruggery. So I believe that's 15. Yes, because they got 16 apiece. Cool. That's you done. He's on his position. Done kind of a job. Killed 1, put a wound in 1, put a bit of a hole in the tank with plasma. Okay, we'll go and move on. So we'll do the 2 rail rifles against this one. So are they going to use? Yeah, they. Oh no, I think I'm going to use you for that one. So we're going to do the 2 seekers are going to go into. Well, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? Well, they're definitely. I think they're definitely going to finish them off. Shall I come back to you? Let's use you as a piece of resistance later on. So, what was I going to say I was going to do over here? This is nice and easy. We're going to use the Cold Star against the Dreadnought, which you can see just tucked in there. So it's only got 1 mark light, but the he can. That is definitely going to be a plus 1, but this hits on 2s anyhow. So we'll do the 2 plasma rifles against the Dreadnought. So hitting on 2s. There are 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. So these are going to be -4. So it goes down to 6s. So 6 up saves for the poor Dready. He can't take advantage of the 5 up and normal save because he's not infantry. He does terribly. So he gets to first, because it's Dreadnought, it reduces the damage. So those 3s become 2s, and he still gets to shrug on the 6s. Hey, for 2 wounds, that puts the Dreadnought down to 7 wounds. Cool, I'll deal with that. Well, hang on, he's not finished yet. He's got his crazy assault cannon thingy. It's like a 10-shot crazy heavy burst cannon. So, do some more shots then. Shots. So 2s. He's not cool. Can't reroll. I was going to say because I am close to. Well, I can't be close to myself. That's cheating. So this is strength 5 plus toughness 7. So this is going to be 5. 2 get through. No rerolls. Oh, and also he's given his 6-up wound thing to his boys, the crisis suits. So any 6s rolled on hit wounds, auto wound for the crisis suits. That's quite nice. So this is -1. It's a chance to dash because of Space Marines. So that becomes a 3-up save for the Dreadnought. Another wound goes through and he's down to 6. So hopefully the Tech Marine can do something about that. Cool. That's the Gatling gun one. Gatling gun? That's very old school. Minigun. It's not a minigun. And do you know why it's called a minigun? Because it's a lot smaller than the one that they have on battleships. So that's him done. I've got 20 shots coming off with rerolls of 1 and 6 explode against my Gravis troops. So I'm going to have to count some dice. So, because they're Gravis troops, they can use a stratagem, which basically means any damage 1 weapons can get a reduction. So basically, we can do a 2-up save on this one. So we'll do that because there's going to be quite a lot of shots exploding and popping off on this one. So we'll spend a command point. This is a, I believe this is a Codex one. This is a standard Space Marine one. So now the Gravis troops have that. Cool. So these guys do not have a marker light, so they're going to be using their typical infantry training to shoot these guys. So these are going to be 4s, re-rolling 1s, and 6s explode. So it's pretty good. You know, the 1s are going to be re-rolls, 6s yeah, anyway, you get it. So, explodies. Re-rollies. Oh, lots of failies. Well, I got exploded from one of them. Okay, so we'll get rid of everything less than 4, I guess. It's table. Oh, no one. Oh, and the wrong pot. So this is going to be 2 upsides for my Gravis troops. So anyone's looking for. Right, that's all safe. Fine. We've got the what's he call him? Cadre Fireblade himself. He has a he gets 2-shot. I believe he gets 2 shots, yes, because he gets a special one, -2, 2 damage. So he's going to be shooting him again. So the Gravis Troop's ability won't actually apply for this because it's a 2 damage weapon. So hitting on 3s because he's got a slightly better ballistic skill. So 1 fails. Wounds on 4. Right? Yeah. I don't know how I did last time. Wounds. -2, so it goes -1. So that's going to go on 4 up save. Save. Okay, that is the Fire Warriors done. That is the Cold Suit done. The Ethereal dude can't do anything. It's just my Pathfinders and my Crisis. Since the Crisis can't really do much, let's do what they're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot a ton of plasma at these 4, 5. In fact, we're going to fire everything at them. So plasma and missile pods. Even though those guys are there, I still got a ton of those guys there. But I know he's going to do something because I'm me. I am my opponent, and I am going to be putting transhuman and also going to be using iron hands on, which basically gives them a 4-up shrug. So these guys are going to come very tough to kill. So let's get this underway. So first, if you're going to do what you're saying, other player, you've got to spend some command points. So fortunately, I've got 2. That's the end of those then. But I've got to get that action, otherwise I'm not going to get any points. Right. So what was I doing? So, plasma weaponry. So I can re-roll ones. I've got plenty of marker lights, so take one away just for the shape of it. And I'll do it over here because this is going to be crazy. So each one has 2 for the plasma rifles, so that's 6 each. So 12 altogether. Okay, so these are going to be hitting on 3s, and they're re-rolling the 1s. There's and 6 is auto wound. I almost forgot about that. Auto wound. Reroll. No. Almost got 6s and 2s there. Okay, so let's get rid of the 2s. Cool. This is only got 3. Auto wounds. So no explodies. So these are going to be wounding on 4s because of transhuman. Thank God, because that would be wounding on 2s. So that would have been 4 dead. Oh dear. That is a good strategy. So 3 get through. So this is going to be, there's no save, -4. So 6 up save. Hey, 1 saves. They're 3 damage apiece, so each marine has 3 to shrug. Well, I'll do the first one then. So first one, can he save 2? So this is on 4s though. So first one's dead. And next one, come on. No, 2 dead. Even though that transhuman, the shrug did not work for me. Transhuman did, not the shrug. So that's 2 dead marines. That doesn't mean they've failed the action. They have to be charged and all that sort of stuff. So, but that's not the end of them yet because they've got rocket pods coming in. So, rocket pods are still got another 10 shots because they're 2 apiece. The Sarge does not get them, but that's the joy of having 2 apiece. So I get 12 plasma and 10 rockets out of this group at 40 inches. It's a bit OP really, and they got -1 to hit, 5 up. Anyway, so still hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, and those 6s are auto wound. So that was the hard part. Oh dear. Oh dear. They are -2 though, so that becomes -1, so a little bit easier on the save. What were we doing? What were we saving on? We're hitting on 3s there. So you doing everything. They auto wound, so done them. 3 wounds at I believe it's going to be 3s because it's 7. No, yes, no, yes, 3s. Oh, they will go through. So all of these are at -2, which then becomes -1 for Space Marines. So, but these are 2 damage apiece. So, I guess we're going to say goodbye to them. So, we're looking for 4 up saves. Yes. Oh no, hang on. The last one was 3, so I didn't have the last one. Hang on. I'm gonna have to redo this because I forgot about transhuman. My bad. Okay, we'll just hang on. Let me just double check. Sorry about that, folks. Yes, there was the transhuman thing, but no, it was all 4, so it's fine. So this is going to be the saves then. 4 for the last 3 Space Marines. That is a dead squad. We've got 1 save out of all that. Dang. So that is the squad wipe. That means there is no action completed for them. That is very unfortunate. The Plasma Marines kind of did their job, but now I don't have to worry. Well, let's have a look. Well, they can't be fired at because they haven't got any weapons, so at least they can retaliate, potentially move. We'll see what happens. So I think we've just got the Pathfinders and we've got Big Guy here. We'll do the Pathfinders for the hell of it. They can't see them, so that's quite lucky. What can we see with you? We can see you dudes, and that would be very annoying for you. But can they reach? Yes, of course they can. They're 28-inch, I think, now. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Well, I'll double check that one. But we'll do the 2 rail rifles then against the this guy. So we'll leave this one on. So we'll just be hitting on forts this time. So 2 rail rifles from you guys. I think that's strength 8, so it's going to be 4. So 4s and 4s. That's hits. They fail to wound. It's a shame because of the mortal wounds. Oh well, not to worry. So we're gonna do some carbine. So I'm just gonna do a quick bit of measuring. Come right back. Okay, we just done some measuring. So the guys in the back can't get there, and the rail rifles are far. So that gives me 5 Pathfinders hitting on 4s. But I've got 2 marker lights, so I'm gonna use one of those. Thank you very much, and hit them on 3s. Which is kind of okay. No rerolls, that's fine. So these will go through. So this is going to be 3s again because it's strength 5. 3 of those go free, and these are going to be saving on 3s. And we'll save. That's fine. So that is them. So it's just this guy. So I think we're obviously going to use the pulse cannon against. With this one. So pulse cannon gets 3d3. So oh, you've got to select all these shots first. Okay, so we'll do. Let's annoy me. Let's do all the missiles into these guys. Let's do the 2 hunter killers into the dreadnought because it's got that thing. So I've got to spend a command point on that, but we'll do that in a second as and when. And then it's just got the pulse drive or whatever it's called into that guy, and that's all 3. Cool, alright. So first we get 3d3 shots with the giant cannon. So that is 3, 6, 7 shots. 7 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling. All but 1. That's strength 10 versus toughness 8, so this is going to be 3s, no re-rolls. 3 get through at -4, so it gives it 6 up invulnerables, 6 up save. 1 saves at, I believe they're 4 damage apiece. I'll double check, 3 or 4. Double check. Oh, hang on, I've got the book right here. Let's have a look. So this is the pulse drive. So this is the giant thing. Not the crazy one. Storm surge. There we go. Pulse drive cannon. So it's 3 apiece. So I've got 2 of those. So that is 6. So let's take one of those off. Oh, and guess what I've got to do? I've got to roll 6. I've got to roll 6 little dice. And we're going to see if we can shrug any of those. Hey, shrug 2. So we're down to 4. So we'll take that down to a 2. Which basically turns that to a 5. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's the pulse drive cannon. So we'll probably be able to finish off on the next go with these guys combined. So we'll do the 2 Hunter Seekers. So this is a strange one. You pay a command point, voila, and essentially you has to have a a marker light on it, and essentially it can be, even though it can see it, it can be actually out of range. And I think I can re-roll the wound roll. Something weird anyway. I will have to bring up the cues, but I believe. And it can only be 1, or is it 2? I'm going to double check the rules on this. So I've spent a command point. I don't know if it's for 1 or 2. Back in a second. Okay, the wording says when you attack with a seeker missile, so it's for both. Cool. So we're going to be hitting on threes. Yeah, that's right. Rerolling nothing. I don't think I can reroll any ones. No, I'm thinking these guys. These can reroll heavies for once. Oh no, he can because he's rerolling because of his weird stabilizers. So that's cool. So we're going to be hitting on threes, rerolling ones. Well, do I want to pay for the command reroll for that one? Yes, because this is quite significant and a 3 is pretty low. So, and my opponent hasn't got any. I've got 4 left. Alright, so that's good enough. So reroll that. Hey! Okay, so we've got 2 hits. So this is going to be adding 1 to the wound roll. So these are toughness, strength 10 versus 7, so it's going to be 2s. Yay! Both get through. So I think these are -5. I will let's have a look at the Hunter Killer profile. It's a beast. I think it's -5. Where have you gone? Destroy missile. So yeah, it's still in 2s. That's right. -5 and then 2d3. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so there is no save. So you get 2d3 each, and it's going to be -1 for each one. So firstly, 1, 2d3, 4 wounds. So that turns into 3 wounds. Keep a marker there. 3 wounds first, and next one for 4 wounds, it turns into 3 wounds, which could potentially destroy it. So that's 6 wounds. It's now got to shrug them all. So let's use its own lucky dice. Lucky. So Iron Hand Shrug on 6. It just needs to save 1, so doable. 1 out of 6. 2 out of 6. It's down to 2 wounds. Cool. And that thing is now down. So, oh, let's have a looky here. So, let's see. Perfect. So now we just have the missile systems. So they get 46 because they would get much more if those bigger groups because of the blast. But we're going to rain on these guys parade down the bottom over there. So we'll do 46 against them. Why am I struggling with these dice? Why do you defy me, dice? So 46. Oh, and I've got the flash on again. I think it's because where I'm positioning my fingers on my... And I can press the off button as well. Good lord. Right. On, off. There we go. Cool. Hat goes on, hat goes off. So what am I doing? 46 from these guys. Yeah. So, 2, 4, 16. My brain has gone to mush today, people. I do apologise. So, you get this. So, 16. Cool. And then we also get the ones on top. So, they get 4 each, I believe. So, that's another 8 on top of that. Because they're all the same profile, so it doesn't really matter. Just basically, you get 8 plus 46. It's ridiculous. It's an unbelievable amount of rockets. So these are going to be hitting on 3. So I see a mark light over there. I'm not going to do this with one hand, so I'm just going to throw them over. So we're re-rolling everything as well. No special rules. Just 3s to hit. Oh, bad hand. Should have changed the dice. Okay, so that is 5, 7, 10, 15. That is 19 that have got through. Can they wound though? So we're wounding these fine gents on 3s because these are tough. These are strength 5. Oh, dear. Okay, so because of Arm of Contempt, that basically turns these into 3-up saves. There's no save, they haven't got any cover over there. So, but they are 1 damage apiece, so there's a good chance this squad's going to survive this. So what's that? 13 have gone through on 3s. So look, so we're looking, the Riptide's looking for 1s and 2s. 1 dead Marine. 2 dead Marines, kind of, yeah. So the rest of them safe. And can we shrug these with our Iron Hands Shruggery? Oh, my finger's slipping. Okay, so we're going to do first one. No, dead. And second one, 1 wound. Cool. Well, they did what they want to do. The one doing the action is definitely dead. Cool. I think that is it for everybody. We've had you. We've had nothing from you because you're doing something. They're doing stuff. No, not. They've done everything they're doing. Yeah, I believe that is it. So let's have a quick look at what the tower's supposed to do. So at the end of their turn, they're supposed to be doing their Nephilm stuff. So he was doing Nephilm stuff. That's now done. So we've done one in table quarter 3. Okay, lovely. And we've also done this in table quarter, whatever that one is, 2. 3 and 2 have been table quartered, so we've got 4 points already on the books for the Tau. Yay, Tau! So we managed to do, what was it, 4? 3 and 2. So we can get rid of all of these because we did them. Marvellous. Clean victory, and satisfaction won't come into play into the next few turns. I can't do anything in primary, but we still have a group, so I feel like there's going to be retaliation. I feel like those Melters guys are probably going to eradicate those poor, helpless fire warriors in the next turn. So I believe that's everything. Does anyone got to do any morale things? They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Lost 1. They only lost 1. No, Space Marines are pretty hardy. That'll be absolutely fine for them with their tough, with their leadership 8 sergeants. Cool. That is the end of turn 1 then. So not very high scoring so far, but all to play for in turn 2. Right, we'll come back after the Space Marines. I had a bit of a think and had a bit of a move around. Right, back in a bit. Alrighty then. So here we are at turn 2 of the Space Marines. So let's have a little look about the scores then. So Space Marines have actually managed to get some primaries now. So 2, we've got 1 and 2. And because we don't own more than 3 of them, more than the opponent, we didn't get the extra one. So only 8 points for that one. Still nothing on the second one because they managed to delete the troops who were doing that. So nothing yet. We'll talk about it in other bits. And then, yeah, nothing for the other bits and pieces. So here you are on turn 2. We've had these guys duck into cover. So they basically can't be seen by pretty much anyone. And they now doing the action, which is the primary one, which is the Auspex scan, so hopefully they can get that done by the next command phase. This guy's moved up. Haven't emptied out the troops yet, we're still waiting for that. We're trying to get him over to that blue line there, so that should be in the next turn. What else we got? We got the Gravis troops, the heavy instances. They moved up a little bit. They've got a +1 to their hits, so that's cool. So 2 on the bolt rifles, 3 on the heavy bolter because he moved. We're out because we're in the tactical doctrine now. These guys moved in position. So they're in a very, very good cover. So essentially, they're going to be targeting the drones. So they can see the drones, but they can't see the Crozius suits. So it's either get them doing an action and then get them slaughtered the next turn, or have them shoot now, hopefully kill enough troops for them to rethink their actions and not get shot in the next turn. So I'm sort of playing a bit of a gamble with these guys. We've had the Eradicators move forward, and they've got the blessing from the Chaplain again. So +1 to their wounds. And they've also got the +1 to their hits as well. I've also spent my last and only command point, which you get this turn, on their, the Tournament Devastator Doctrine. So they're going to be rerunning wines, and they can move without incurring any heavies. So that's quite cool. The 2 Dreadnoughts moved up. We managed to put another 3 wounds back onto that one because of the Omnicide, the blessing on the Omnicide, or the other one, whatever it's called. Basically, I managed to fix him up. So the 2 Dreadnoughts are in there. So we've now got centre of the table, so that's pretty cool. What else we got? So we've got to make sure we kill someone with the Dreadnoughts today, if that's possible. An entire unit, not a model, an entire unit. Obviously you got the Chaplain and Iron Master, Iron Father. I just ducked in there. They're still receiving the cover benefits of them. He's in complete cover, so he can't even be seen. And that's pretty much it. So, I guess we're going to have to start somewhere then. So, shooting phase. No psychic phase yet, still, because we've got the psychic in the tank. They should come up with some sort of psychic thing to be in vehicles. It'd be quite fun to give, like, the vehicle they're in a 5-up invulnerable save or something. Right, so nothing's happening to you guys because you're sitting still. I can't do the... I would pay for an action and fire for that lot, but I don't have any command points, so, me. And these guys don't have any fun ones like that doing a, doing action... benefit like the ethereal over there. So we'll do this one first. So he's going to put everything into the Riptide and see if we can try and erase that large target early in the game. So we're going to do all our small arms again, and we're going to obviously just work our way up and see if we can crack this thing open. So it does have a 5-up shrug, it has got 4-up and vulnerable, so it's still nevertheless a very tough target, and it is obviously reducing all my weapons that are strength 7 and under down a few grades, so that's very annoying, but we've got lots of weapons on the Executioner, so we'll see what we can do. We haven't got a +1 to our hits anymore, or rerolling ones at all, so it's just standard Executioner stuff. So we'll do the Storm Bolters, and we'll do the Frag Storm Launcher. So you get 2 for those. We are in half range though, so the Storm Bolters get an extra double. They get doubled up. We've got 2 Frag Storm Launchers, so they get 2d6. So that's another 7 shots. Okay then, so we're going to be hitting this gentleman on 3s. At least we've got a -1 this time, so it's definitely a 4-up save rather than a 3-up save. Is this going to be enough for him? We'll find out. So, 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss. It's not bad. The reliable bolter. Cool. So this is going to be wounding on 6s because it's now been put down to toughness strength 3. So no wounds there. That's a shame. Okay, moving up, we'll go to the what have we got? We'll go to the thing on the top of the Iron Hail Stubber. So 4 hits on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 6s, no wounds. Okay. What else we got? So we've got the guys at the one at the back. So this one does get an extra 1 to hit. So this will be 2s to hit because my target has got the fly keyword. So all but 1. That's pretty cool. So this is going to be 6s. So at least a lot more chance on this one. I see 1 this time. So this is going to be, it's -1 because it's in heavy, but we're not in heavy, not in tactical, so it still does 4 up. And that's a save. Okay, so that is, I think that's all the small arms. We've done this, so we've got Icarus, heavy, so we'll do the heavy bolters then. Heavy bolters then, hitting on 3s. Cock dice. 4 hits, wounding on 5s this time. 3 of those get through. So this is going to be 4s. 1 gets through, and it's got 2 shrugs at 5 up. 1 wound. Okay, so we've got the heavy bolters. Let's do the Icarus one. Icarus D3. 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Would be 4s, but decreasing to 5. And no wounds. We've got the Onslaught. So that's 12 shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Ugh. And a 4-up save. Ugh. Okay, so we'll just do the big one then. So hitting on 2s. Of course. It's going to be a 1. Winning on 3s. Yep, because even with reducing. Oh, of course. So no wounds there from the tank. That's a shame. Well, 1 wound from the Storm Bolter, I think. Okay, that's them done. We'll do the, I don't think we're finding anyone else, because I think we're just going to leave that alone, because now we've bracketed it, so that should be a bit of a problem. So, we're going to move on. We're going to do you guys. So you guys are going to start, I think I'm going to leave you guys in, because I'm going to need you to use some tidying up shots, I think. So I think we'll use our plasmas, because they can only really shoot 1. So, you can't really see it, it's all lined up, but they can essentially see the drones, which obviously equals to that entire squad. But obviously I'm only really going to be gunning at the drones at the moment, because they've got so many left. So we've got 15 shots, and they're going to be hitting on 3s. Not overcharging. All but 1, not bad. So, so these are strength 6, so they turn to strength 5, so this turns into 4s. Wee! Force wound. Oh my god, that looks dreadful. Look how bad that is, people. See, if it was 3s, it would at least have another 4 shots. Oh my god. Right, only 3 get through them. -4, so this is a 4 invulnerable save. And one shield drone goes down. That is pathetic. Right, down you go, buddy. So that was them. So we're going to try the dreadnoughts. We're going to do. I think we're going to save the assault one for these guys, and then we'll do the all the melters into this guy because we're going to try and pop something. Right then. So we'll do the assault cannon into the same squad again. So 6 shots hitting on 2s. All hit. Nice. Winding because it's down to toughness 5, strength 5, so it's going to be 4s. I think if you add those together, they equal 4. So nothing. So they're very, very blessed squad. Right. Oh, and it would have been -1 to hit as well. Anyway, so that just shows how good that was. Probably that's because I forgot. Okay, fine, whatever. We'll do the Eradicator squad into, because I can't see all of them. I could wipe out them, but that's a bigger target, and that's going to do more damage. I don't know, because I can only get 4 off on them. Only 4 can see them. And it's still just going to be a lot, it's just going to be a lot of dronage. But they may come and attack. Oh, decisions. Back in a second. Right, that's my opponent. I do consider the fact that you see that drone there, can see that one there, and that is all of them. So I will consider all of those in shot. So we're going to do it that way. So I feel that's slightly cheating, but I'm playing me, and I say it's fine. So this is the multi-melters. This is going to be the multi-rifles. Okay. So what have we got? We got rerolls of 1s and we're hitting on 2s. So we're going all against these guys. So hopefully we should actually at least get rid of the drones. So let's see what happens. Let's leave the multi-melters to the last. I've got the dreadnought with the multi-melter as well to do some stuff at the end. But this is the fun one. So I think we're in... How far are we? What range are we? Okay, we're going to be over 12. So it's still just going to be the 2. So it's not going to be the +4 then. That's unfortunate. Right then. So the multi-melter's there. Okay, so we're hitting on 2s and we're re-rolling 1s. Good, because it was 3 1s. I'm glad I did that. Okay, so we have this many hits with the melter rifles. So they are strength 8, so they don't get affected by the Bork'an philosophy. So it's going to be 3s, and I'm not re-rolling any wound rolls, unfortunately. But I am getting +1 to my wound rolls because of the Chaplain. So this is back to 2s again. So, yeah, so 2s on this. Yay! All of them wound. So these are going to be -5, but they do have their what do you call it? They do have their blah 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 blah, their invulnerable saves. So we'll do this one at a time. So first one, safe. Second one, dead, because it's minimum 2. Okay. Next one, safe. Next one, dead. How many have they got left of their... That is their shield unit soon. So they're going to obviously opt for the rest of their drones. So that is just 3 drones. Cool. Right, that's the melt rifles done. We'll do the multi-melters then. So hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. All hit. Wounding on 2s because of the Chaplain. All but 1. Fantastic. These are going to be minus... so we'll do 3 drones, but they're all 1 wound each because they're the marker-like ones. So, unos, dos, and tres. So, we have removed the drones. And now we've got some d6 damage against some actual things. But they do get some 4 invulnerable saves. So, we'll do the invulnerable saves. And so, everyone gets 4 invulnerable. And 3 fail their invulnerables. So they get 4 wounds apiece. So let's see. First one. 6 wounds, so 1's dead. Oh, and he's lost a gun. Next one. 1 wound. Second one. 2 wounds. So, the first one did have 5 shrugs, so it's got to shrug at least 3 of these. He shrugs 4. So, 1's down to 2 wounds, so that is just only 1 dead. So, that's fun. Okay, so with the shrugs and that one taken up, that's fun. Okay. Alright then. Is -1 to hit as well. Forgot about that. Okay, so that's fair enough. In fact, if that's the -1 to hit, I'll give them back their crisis suit. That sounds fair to me. Right, so the multi-melter. So hitting on 2s regularly, but now hitting on 3s as I remember. There we go. Now we're going to argue hits on that. Then we're going to be wounding on 3s because they do not have the blessing of the Chaplain. So there we go. That would have done, because no, hang on. Yeah, because they're toughness F5. My bad. 1 wounds. So minus, so it's going to be 4 for vulnerable. Saves. Right. Dreadnought's done. So we're down to you guys who just got your suits now. Cool. You're done. You're done. We've got the Forge Father. He's got his bolter. So what's he wanted to shoot at? Not many people he's going to shoot at. He's going to probably take some pot shots at these. At the Pathfinders or these guys? Let's do these guys. So 3 shots hitting on 2s against the fire team. 1 fails. So 5s turn into... No, they don't turn into anything because these aren't battle suits. So 5s against 3s, so it's just going to be winning on 3s. 1 fails. Add -2, which gives them a 6-up save. Which fails. That is 1 dead. 1 dead fire warrior. Anyone else shooting? Yes, obviously. No? Yes. No, because I'm not shooting you anymore. They've shot. They've shot. Anyone charging? No one's in range. No, I believe that is the end of the turn. Unless the tank wants to charge. No, because then it's going to mess up. I don't know. If I'll charge, then technically I'll be in. If I make the charge. Let's think. Think. That means he can't shoot at Marines. Yeah, let's do that then. Because he's going to be putting, I think. So that means he will get that in a melee. He can definitely shoot at him in close combat. Yeah, let's do it. Screw it. Because if I get over the charge, I can charge them in. And that means I've got some more of my secondaries. I've managed to get 1 unit in. So I wonder if that counts as 2 units, because there's people... No, I'm going to count that as 1 unit. Right, alright then, so charging then. So he's going to charge to about here. So it's going to be like what? It's like 7, 6. So let's do a charge. Charging with the tank. That's 9. That's a big one. So that is the tank in and into combat. So it gets a +1 to its attack. Oh, that's definitely very Bork'an and very Iron Hands, but not really the one. Well, I can see definitely the Riptide fighting, but tanks don't usually fight. Okay, that's that one then. Obviously, it wasn't. Was I going to Overwatch? I've got the money to, and I think he's got the counter-fire defense system, so I'll have to double check that and see if he gets hits on 5s. Double back in a second. Yep, I gave this thing the counter-fire defense thing, so not only can it Overwatch on 5s, it gets to do it for free, so I don't even have to spend a command point, which is amazing. So, essentially it's going to Overwatch into the tank, so we've got the, it's got its big cannon there, and it's got its plasma, so it could do something. So we're going to be hitting on 6s, no, 5, sorry. 4 hits? Yeah, 4 hits with the cannon. Wounding on 5s, because it's strength 6 plus 8. So no wounds on that one. Okay, and then we've got the 2 plasma rifles wounding, hitting on 5. No, nothing there. Fair enough. Well, it's still good set, and that's very cheap though for overwatching, especially things that are going to be targeted like that. Cool. All right. So I believe Space Marines. I've got to double check some bits and pieces, but I believe tanks have probably got 3, and then 1 for the charge. I'm just going to see if they've got the assault doctrine and all that, shock assault and all that stuff. Back in a second. Right then, I've just done some light reading to find out what exactly these 2 were going to do. It's not exactly the most chosen melee combat troops. So, I'm actually quite surprised. This thing, as a standard, has 6, but it's got 5 because it's bracketed now. But that's still quite a lot for a Tau. So it's hitting 7, -2, 2, so So it's going to be hitting on 5s, wounding on 5s, and saving on 5s. So all the 5. This thing is 7, 5 attacks, strength 7, 5 attacks, and hitting on 6s. Anyway, so 5 attacks, and it has got shock assault. So because it's a Space Marine, so it gets 6 attacks, hitting on 6s. So here we go. That's the end. Not a 1. So we'll go back to the Tau. So the Tau gets 5 hits back. So that's going to be 5 of those, and we're going to be hitting on 5s. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tau plowing through. So this is going to be strength 7 versus toughness 8. So it's still going to be wounding on our 5s. Do you get through? Do you get through? So -2 becomes -1 because I'm contempt. These only get 3s, not a land raid, so not a 2-up save. This becomes a 4-up save. 2 saves. Okay, so that was very impressive on the tower and saves on the tank, but yeah, still good. Okay, so that is the end of the turn. So let's have a quick look then. So obviously Primaris are still working on 1 here. Hopefully they don't get shot off the board, so don't worry about them. Cold Fury, let's have a look then. So this is at the end of the turn. So, did a vehicle get into the enemy deployment zone? Yes. So I get 1 victory point. Sorry, pointing in the wrong direction there. What else have I got here? I can't read anymore. Deployment zone. Center. Yep, got 1. I've got 2. I see one of those. Ranged kill. Did I get a ranged kill? I don't think I managed to wipe anything off the table, so no. And certainly not on a melee one. So 2 victory points for Cold Fury. I've got behind enemy lines, so at the moment it's only 1 unit, but soon to be 2. So I get 2 there. And nothing for the Psychic Interrogation. So we'll put those up on the board. Aside from that, we've got some clapping back from the Tau to do. So, yes, join us, won't you, in Tau Turn 2. Welcome back to Tau Turn 2. So plenty has happened. Lots of command points have been spent, lots of respends, lots of problems, lots of fixes, and lots of marker lights. Right, so what happened then? So command phase, we had the Ethereal give the commands back to the Crisis unit. Let's zoom in on them. Somewhere over there. Yep, those guys. Oh, that's a terrible resolution. How's that? So they've got the 5-up shrug and also -1 to hit. Captain's given them obviously their they got 1 for being reroll 1s for being near the captain. And they also got given a advance, so essentially they moved 10 as they usually do, and they moved an extra 8 inches. I've also spent a command point, which basically means they don't get a -1 to their assault weaponry, so that's pretty cool. So they'll be hitting on 3s if they're aiming at marker light people. What else we got? So the captain needed to get closer. I tried to advance. I rolled so low, but I just managed to sort of inkle him in there. So he does benefit from the lookout, sir, but only just. What else? We had the Fire Warriors move up slightly. They're still in that position, but they're really just trying to move up, and they're going to help try and take out. So they've got a close range fire of them. Might use a stratagem to improve their armor penetration. We'll see it because they do have 20 shots, and they've still got the fire cadre. So re-rolling wines and 6 explode, so they're pretty good. So I'll have a quick look at the stratagem, see what I can do. The crew came from out of here, and they're now there, so they're not within blast range, because I think we're going to take care of them with the 2 rest of the missiles, basically everything into that, see if we can destroy that. You've got 2 rail rifles to help that out as well. This one fell out of combat, so they could do that, so we might be able to blow some people up in there, that'd be quite cool. So he won't be doing anything. He failed his Nova charge thing because he's on 7 wounds and I rolled an 8, so he can't use any ability. So he does not have a 5-up shrug at the moment, nor can he fire. So he's just sitting pretty up the top there. And that, I think, is all, people. So I guess we'll get around to do some firing then. So we'll do the piece de resistance first. We'll use the we'll get the Titan. We'll get the Storm Surge to fire at this bad boy. So remove a marker light. So what we're going to do? We'll do the 2 Seeker missiles. So I'm going to spend a command point on the what you call it? It's basically a stratagem that helps Seeker missile. Now I don't actually have to be able to see him as well, which is quite nice, but I can see him, but I want to destroy him. So this is add 1 to the wound, so I can re-roll because of my stabilizers, and also I get to put +1 to my wound roll, which is very nice. Right then, so the last 2 missiles out of the Storm Surge into the repulsor, so we're going to be hitting on 3s and we're re-rolling, which is good because I've got a 2. And I've got a 2 again. I should always change dice out. So one hit, wounding on, so these are something like 12 or something, so but it's going to be 3s, but it's going to be 2s now this time. We've got a wound, so it's minus 5, I believe. It's something ridiculous. I think I've already seen this one. So I'll double check if it is a minus 5 or it's something a little smaller, see if the armor contempt can actually save this thing. No, these come in at minus 5, so that turns to minus 4, and that's still no save. So it's 2d3 damage to the Redempted Executioner. So it's on 11, so it's still got plenty left. And that's 2, and it's going to see if it can shrug it on 6s, which is just struck 1. So that was lame. So 4, and that's all of those now. Okay, so we've got the it's got its blasty things now. So let's change some dice over. So 3d3. So I've nominated everything, I just want to point out. So 3d3, I believe, yeah. This goes for 5. Shots are hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, well, rerolling anything actually, to be fair. Yay! All hit. So 3s, no rerolls. Jesus. This does get a 6-up save. Jesus! Let's see if the missiles can do it. So we got 46 plus 8. So that is 11, so 19 altogether. 5, 6, 19. Very low on the Riptide today. Okay, so we're going to be hitting again on 3s, and we re-roll the hits. Threes. Okay, we've got those as hits. So wounding on 5s. Get a few through. So that looks like 6. So 6 3-up saves. 2 get through, and striking on 6s. 2 wounds get through. Okay, so that is down to 8 wounds. So we're getting there very slowly. Okay, any more weapons coming out of that? Missiles done. That's all done. Okay, so we'll do some of these guys. So the whole squad will fire into that one as well. So they'll pick off another one of those marker lights. Thank you very much. So they didn't move. So this is going to be the iron rifles and a ton of shots. So the iron rifles hitting on 3s, no rerolls. Both hit, lovely. It's 6 to wounds against mortal wounds. So this is going to be changed on by 3, so 3s and 6s mortal wounds. Both hit. I forget the details on this one. Let's go to the machine. Let's have a quick look here. Pathfinders. Rail rifle. -4. No mortal wounds. Okay, so it goes to 2. So you get 2 6-up saves. 1 save, and that's 3 damage. That's very nice. So 3 damage on that one. So we're down to 5 now. Okay. So now we've got all the weaponry coming through. So it's 8 times 2, so 16 shots. Another 5. Okay. Hitting on 3s again. Ooh, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Well, not all that terrible. Okay, so these are going to be 5s. Pretty good. Well, plenty of 4s, actually. Deceptive. Usually pretty good 4s. 5 get through, 3-up saves. 1 gets through, shrug on a 6. Doesn't shrug, that's another wound, down to 4. Oh, it's getting there. It's pissing out stuff. Right then, let's have a little think then. So, oh, well, we've got the Croots here. I was going to fire into them, but we might as well just rapid fire into that and see what happens. So, they've got 15 rifles, that's going to be rapid firing, so that's 30 shots. Oh my god. And there is another marker light on there. I don't see anybody else shooting at it, because they guys will be shooting at them. So let's see if a ton of shots can take off 4 wounds. So these are exactly like the old school bolters, which tactical marines carry. So as trusty as they are, let's see if it does anything. They've got a ballistic skill 4, so these will be 3s because of the marker light. I don't know if it doesn't say that auxiliary units can't use marker lights. I'm sure they've taught them going, like, you see the thing, it's all, we've lit up, yeah, shoot it. Alright. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do this in one hand, so let's throw these into the corner. So, hitting on 3s. Okay. Pretty good. I think this is the first time I actually shot my Kroot. Okay, so this is going to be the hard bit. It's strength 4 guns versus toughness 8. So, we're looking for 6s. Blessed is the hand. Let's see. Whee! Well, I've got the right mount. I've got 4 in there. So saving on 3s because he's a dash. 1 gets through. And does it? Should we show it on a 6? We do. So it's still got 4 wounds. Okay, well, so I have to do something with we could potentially charge it. That might be fun. Maybe more attacks, I think. I think there's a command for that. We'll see what we can do. So we're out of shots on this one for the moment. I'll see what we can do. Let's go over here for a bit. Okay, we'll just have some fun with the side first. So we'll try and get these guys off with this guy. So he's got 2 plasma rifles and we've got the burst cannon. So plenty of shots. Right, we'll use the plasma rifles first. So we're going to be hitting on 2s. Of course, got a 1, obviously. Winding on 2s. Just about. So -4 turns into -3, so it gives it a 6 up save. He saves. Well done, Mr. Marine. Okay, so let's see if... so technically speaking, this should be able to do it if every single one of those goes through and no one saves. So this is the Punisher gun, or the rotary gun. 2s. All but 1. And then it's going to be 3s. No rerolls. And because it goes back to dash, it's going to be 3 up saves. That is 2 dead marines. So the machine gun, the sort of, what's it, the Harrier outburst cannon, does very, very well. Okay, I think I took one of those off. I'm sure I did. 3 sounds about right, what I put on there. Anyway. It's only going to be another one-shot shooting anyhow. So that's him done. He's got nothing else. So that's the 2 dead. So what should we do then? I reckon it'd be a bit of an overkill. I could potentially charge them as well. I am on the point, and now I do control it because there's only I want more. I have to look at the rules. I don't think they're going to survive long. So we've got plasma rifles, and we got rocket pods. Let's do rocket pods into those 3, and the plasma rifles into those Gravis things, or potentially that dreadnought over there. 5 for a 5. And they're annoying. Let's get rid of them. Okay, let's do the missile pods first. So this is 10 shots. We're gonna be hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s this time. Am I forgetting anything else of these guys? No, they've got it's all the sort of saving stuff. Okay, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Lovely stuff. Okay, so these are going to be wounding on 3s. I haven't got anything to add to the wound rolls, unfortunately. No, so 3s. So these become -1 now. So this is going to be 4 up saves for our wounds, but each a loss. So we've got left 3. So I need to find 1 to 3s. 2 dead marines. Oh dear. Well, we'll have to see if he runs. So that's Sarge left. Oh, we've got to do the saves as well, haven't we? So they've got to do their... Everyone's got to do their invulnerable saves. Oh my lord. So who was the first one? So, yeah, it was the burst cannon. So, I've only got 4 hits tonight. So, first one. He's alright. Well, he's dead still. He's dead still. So the ones just done. He's dead still. He's dead still. Lovely. Gotta be sure about these things. Gotta go for it. So that leaves 1 left. So that means, but no, we would claim that one then. But we're gonna charge in anyhow just to finish him off. Yeah. So platinum rifles are gonna go into the Gravis troops. So this is 12 shots, hitting on 3s and re-rolling the 1s. So 4, 8, and 12. Cool. Let's hit those boys on some 3s. I haven't got any command points to do anything today. I have got 5 command save though. Re-rolling that one. Marvellous, they all hit. So 3s, because they're Gravis, so a couple 4, you know what I mean. No re-rolls. So these are going to become 5 up invulnerables, but any fails is a dead one because these are 3 wounds, but they do at least get shrugged. So 5 up invulnerable save. 1. Dear. Oh dear. So these are 3 wounds apiece. So each one of these becomes 3. Oh my life. So with any sort of miracle, we might say it. So first Marine saves on 6. So he's got 2 wounds remaining. So carrying on him, he's dead. So we've got 1 dead Marine. 2 saves again. My God, so 1 wound. Dead. 2 dead Marines. Good Lord, good stuff. That was a 6. You all saw that. And potentially, come on. No, that's dead Marines. So 3 dead of them. So 3 plus 6, because so they're going to do a morale test. So what should we get rid of? Let's get rid of the multi-nolters and the backfield. But that is all their weapons. We haven't got anything else to shooty with. Oh no, they do. They do. We've got these guys. Oh, I forgot about you guys. So you still got ones on, and you still got ones on. Oh dear. Right, there's no point in you having one for you. Right. So what else we've got to do? We've got to do these shooty ones. So you definitely can't shoot him because they'll have to shoot through them. That doesn't work. I guess we carry on trying to take out the Gravis troops. Yeah. It's going to be the way. It's going to have to be it. So, we've got a lot of shots coming in from the Fire Warriors. So you've got 20 shots because they're rapid firing. And it's still, oh no, it's 9 of them now. So we did kill one. So 18 shots. 18 shots. Okay, so we're going to be hitting on 3s because of the Markolite. And we're re-rolling 1s and 6s explode. Wow. So, re-roll the 1. Cool. 2. Some 2s. So no explodey. Well, 1 explodey. Okay, cool. And these are going to be wounding on 4s. Of course, obviously the good rolls first. That's alright. And these are dash. So these are going to be 3 up saves for the Gravis troops. 1 dead one. 1 and a bit dead ones. Okay, so first one. No, he dead. Second one. 1 wound left. So we've got what? Oh dear, lots of dead Marines here. And it's not over yet as well. So the Fire Cadre, he's got a rapid fire 2 rifle. So still hitting on 2s now. Hitting on 2s, wounds on 4s. Alright, this is -2, so 4 up save. 1 down. That's another 1 down. Oh, hang on, so it's 2. Did I save him? Oh yeah, I've got to do the drugs. He had 1 wound left, so he's down. Right. Good lord, so just Sarge left. So he lost 4. We'll do do them around a bit. No, we've got to do the charging first. Right, back in a second. I've just got to have a real bit think and see what the heck's going on here. Right, back in a mo. Right, that was pretty effective. We've got 5 dead eradicators, 4 dead hail blasters, and some charging from the tower going to go in. So we're going to have the commander charge in because it'll still be within range, and yeah, I don't think it's too much of a problem at this point in time. So we're going to do a charging against the hail blaster. So 7, that gets you in. Bird up. Cool. And then we're going to do the crew over there and going to charge the repulsor. For 5, yeah. And I do have a command point, so the question is here, do I now overwatch with that? And the answer is yes, because I completely forgot about the one last time. And the transhuman is not going to work on this time, so let's do that anyhow. I might kill the crew before they even get to me. So, let's do the crew first. Well, let's do the shooting first then. So, 2 shots with the lascan. 6s, nope, nothing there. Let's do it all in here, it's a bit easier. I'll work backwards this time, I'll go from the heavies through to, so I'll do the heavy onslaught then, so 12 shots. Okay. So this is 6s. 2 hits with the heavy onslaught. Okay. So these are toughness 3, so this is going to be wounding on 2s. 1 wounds. That's going to be -1. It goes through their armor, so that's 1 dead recruit. Okay. So we've got the what else we got? Icarus. 1 shot. So 6s. Nope. And then we've got what else? We've got tons. Bolters. Heavy bolters. 6s. 2 hits from the heavy bolter. Very good. Heavy bolter wounds on 3s. 2 wounds at minus, that's 2 more dead. Oh, everybody's falling over now. These models suffer from catching onto each other. My god, they've got so many bits to grab onto each other, so let's just move this away. Even though they're falling over, I know they're fine. Right, so that's heavy bolters. We'll do then the done those. There's so many on that blooming tank. We'll do the iron hail. And because it's not a fly one, we'll do it with the iron stubber as well. So that's going to be about 12 shots. Okay, so 12 shots on 6s. 3 get through. Wounding on 3s. 2 get through. They're going to be 2 down. Because they've got that -1. So we're still on tactical, so even the storm bolters and the frag storm launcher will cut through them, which I'm going to talk to you now. So we've got the storm bolters then. So the storm bolters got 8 shots because we're at half range. Sorry, I keep pointing in the wrong direction, people. So 6s. 1 from the storm bolter, wounding on 3s. Doesn't wound though. So because they're over 11, they get full 12 shots from the frag storm. 12 shots there, lovely. Hitting on 6s. So burr through those. Wounding on 3s. Nothing there though. Okay, so let's just double check there's all the weapons. I believe so. All of them. Yeah, that's it. So that is the rest of those crew in. So I'm going to move them. Oh, let's move in. So 7. So let's have you go up here, guys. Just move these all in because I'll consolidate at the same time. And their troop choice, they'll take over that. They'll have OBSEC. And that's that. Right. So they can't pay to everything. So we'll just do the captain over there first. So I'm going to go and check some details on that. So I know he's going to get 4 attacks, 5 attacks being charged, 6 attacks now. I don't know the details. I'll be back in a second when I've got details. Right, let's get to some smacking. It's pretty evil match, really. Apart from the strength and the toughness, both got 4, and but the Far Cry seat. Fuck, I'm watching too many video games. Cold Star suit gets to go first. So we're going to be heating on 3s with the battle suits. All here. Winding on 3s because we are to strength 5. 3 get through. So this is going to be just dash save. Well, so it's going to be 3s. So 1 wound gets through to the side. And he can't strike it, so he's down to 1 wound. Okay. And then Sarge gets the smack back. In a moment. Mind you, I'm not going to do anything too major, so let's just get this sort of resolved anyway. So obviously it should be going them first, but meh. Right, so hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound. And saving on 3s. Oh, yeah, no, that's a wound. Okay, so I'll find out. I think he's at 6, so he's down to about 5 now. Okay. Pretty evenly matched, and so obviously the Tau get the objectives secured, but he's still locked in combat, so they can't shoot my captain. So that actually kind of works out. Cool. All right, let's go over here then. So we've got a bit of thing going on. So I've got to spend a command point, and basically what it does is called a trap well prepared, and basically gives my Kroot warriors an extra attack. So they get 2 as standard, and that means they get 3 as standard now, and that's 30. So 30's hitting on 3s. So I've done a little getting ready. So let's just get this all. So 3s and some more 3s and some more 3s. Cool, looking pretty good. So this is what the Kroot are for. That's very good. That's very, very nice. But this is when it's gonna hurt. So I need 6s for this. So 1 so far. Come on, much better hand. 2 managed to get through. Boo. Okay. So that's going to be a 3-up save. And they're both saves. So, good, but only against infantry. So, tank gets to fight back. So, tanks get 5 attacks. Get 4. There we go. I think it's 4. Yeah, definitely that. Well, actually, we're down to, so it's probably 3 now. So, 4 then. So, 4 is hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Winning on 2s. And it's dash, they do get a 6-up save. Let's use theirs. No, that's dead Kroot. Okay, and that is the end of that then. So let's do some adding up. So we've got to do some, their leadership, something. So I'm going to guess they're going to be like 7 or something. Let's see, Kroots. Kroots are troops. What kind of boys? Leadership. Uh-oh. Leadership 6. Okay, so we lost a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 runs. Run away. I'll keep him on the point actually. Keep him there. Run away. And then I've got to roll 1 for each of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 there. And any 1s, and they run. Let's make some room and get rid of some dice. Oh, that's very much getting rid of dice. So I've got 8 here. Yeah, looks right. So, any 1s, they run. 1 runs. Cool. And that's that one. Oh, I suppose we've got to do Sarge. So he lost 4. He's leadership 8. Leadership 8, yeah. Sergeant's leadership 8. So he's going to get a 4 or less. Sarge runs away. Oh no. So he does open up for running away. Oh well. Okay, so that is the end of that turn. So we'll do some adding up then. What have we got then? So nothing for decisive action as well. Primary. So was anyone doing any of the primary stuff? No. We haven't done that. We haven't done Nephilm either. So hopefully we're going to do that in the next goes. So we've done this. So we've got to do it in these table quarters. So no, nothing really for that one. So we'll be getting that on the next turn for this a lot. Okay. Oh well. Righty-ho. Oh, I'll catch up with everybody in the next go. Right. Marines turn 3. Right, Space Marines turn 3. So we managed to have, we had 2 of the objective markers, and we managed to finish one of the intercept data thingies. So we got a couple of points for that, and obviously we'll score some more hopefully a bit later. So what have we got? Nothing. So, obviously, Sarge ran away. He couldn't take the loss of his lads. But I forgot about this one as well, and he also ran away, but I command point re-rolled it and managed to get a 2, so he managed to stay. Could have used Insane Bravery, but that would have been both my command points. I've got 1 left now. So, command oratory didn't go off on him, so I had to use the Iron Father to give him a +1 to hit, but he didn't move anyway, so it's still 2s now. And I got the +1 to wound as well from the Chaplain as well on the Eradicator. Good. So we've moved the Dreadnought up with the multi-melter towards these ones, and we've got the Assault one on there. Managed to tag a few more wounds back on, so he's on to 8 still. That's quite nice. He's almost back to full health. We've got the heavy interceptors there. They're not doing anything because they're putting another data thing down, so they're just sitting chilling. We've had the Blade Guard veterans come out, sort of spurt all over the place. I don't know if that's legit, but it's fine for me. So they're all within range and not within engagement range, and so we're going to do some psychic stuff finally. And we had these guys advance, so as we've all got that, we're going to try and move up on there and try and basically claim all the spots at the front here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, we'll do some psychic stuff for once. So we'll do, first we've got to do a psychic test. Yeah, a psychic action. So this guy is going, he could do 2-1, so he's going to do, that, and I don't know what else. What else we got? Known invulnerable saves, that's not very good. Scrouge might be D3, but I might just do Smite. So we're going to do, so just in range of the cadre over there. So what happens here is that on a 4-up, I get 2 dice. On a 4, I do it, and I get 3 victory points. And if I get 8 or more, I believe, I'll double check, I get a command point as well. So rolly, rolly, rolly. Well, that's definitely not, it's a pass, fortunately, so and that's definitely, well, check on the things there. So, 3 victory points for that, fantastic. So, the closest unit, if I want to do Smite, is this one. So, might as well do that. So, Smite's go from 5s. That's for, is it 11 plus or 10 plus? I've got to double check that, actually. Back in a second. Nope, just a regular old D3. So, D3 against the Recruits. For 2, so that's 2 dead Groot. Where are we going to take them from? I'll keep them on the objective. There we go. 2 of those. So that's all the psychic stuff done. So let's do some shooting then. So we might as well start over here. So we'll do the tank. So it's all -1 because we're in combat and I can't use blast weapons, i.e. I can't use the frag storm launchers. So we'll just go for it. So what I can do is, if I'm confident I'm going to mow down those 5, I can obviously opt to choose those, but if I don't, then I can't get to fire them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to opt to have the cannon go to that one, so I don't get to fire that, but I really don't want to waste it on that. And I'm going to opt for the heavy Gatling to go into the Marines. No, sorry, they're going to go into these guys up here. Aside from that, and the Icarus rocket pod will go into the crew anyway. So just these 2 guns are going to go into different things. So if I don't get through those, they don't get to fire. Okay then, so I don't get to fire the frag storm launchers because they're too dangerous. But I do get to fire my storm bolters. So they're at close range, so let's do them. So this is 4s instead of 3s. Actually, it's going to be 5s now because of the wounds. But no, some iron hands. So that's going to be 8. So no, I'm still in brackets. So 4s. Jeez. Right, so 4 storm bolts hit, wounding on 3s. 3 get through, and they're still at the same, so that's 3 go through, so 3 more dead. So we've got the iron starburst hitting on 4s. Go through, wounding on 3s. 2 more dead, and that's them. Okay, so I can't fire any other guns apart from the ones I nominated that are going to be fine for that. So let's do the thing. So this is going to be so I'm going to bracket it. I'm going to have to double check this. So let's have a quick look. Not in this book, not in that book either. Oh, give me a second, people. Yeah, I would have hit another minus, but I'm going to call that as fine because I have so many more weapons to shoot into them. So it's going to be on 4s, so 3s now for the Aquilian Optics against the Riptide. Riptide didn't get any shrugs this time, he failed in his Nova Queen, so hopefully we can blast it into smithereens. 3s. Looking good so far. 3s again. I think it's 7. I think that's if I'm 14, or is it 12? It's 12, so it's going to be 3s. 2 3s then, please. 1 3, that's fine. So it's going to be 4 up and vulnerable save. Saves. Okay, and then we're going to do the heavy onslaught, and I said that was going to be against someone. I said it was going to be against the Pathfinders, that was it. So that's 9, 12. So hitting on 4s. That wasn't thrown. There you go. That's alright. Wounding on 2s, because it's strength 6. So 2s. And -1, but they're in cover, so that gives them the 5 up save still. Saves 1, 5 down. So we'll keep the iron rifles. 2. There. Jam to me, this is the problem with using these. It's a very nice. It all looks very good, but my god, is it hard to get things out of their place. Okay, that's that. So we've got heavy bolt pistols from these guys, and we've got a regular old bolt pistol from the librarian. So the librarian will shoot at the pathfinders. So hitting on 3s, hits, wounds on 3s, doesn't wound. Okay, 5 pistols then. We've got a Neovolt pistol, so 4 pistols and a Neovolt. So 3s first. 2 hits, wounds on 3s. 2 wounds, -1, which will get the save, so it's back to their 5s. 2 dead, more Pathfinders. Oh, sorry. Oh, I've broken the bridge. I've broken the bridge. So we've got 3 left. Okay. So this is the Neovolt pistol. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. So 6s are mortal wounds, and this will be wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds, go through it, 2 damage apiece. They are dash, so they get 4 up saves, which doesn't help. So there's 1 left, and that's going to make 1 run. So that is Pathfinder's gone. Nice work, team. They did their job. Okay, so that's them. That's everybody in this corner. No one to do anything here. You can't do anything, so it just leaves up to this sort of command squad I've got over here. So, what have we got? We've got Heavy Flamer. So, Heavy Flamer first from the Multi-Melter dude. For 4 hits. Heavy Flamer's last time attack with strength 5. So, this is going to be 4 hits against these guys. So, 3s. Yeah, 2. And -1. So, that's 5 up. 1 dies. Okay, then we've got the Multi of Melters. 2 hits on 2s. There's those. Wounding on 2s, but I can't because of the Guardian, so 3s. 1 wound, I think, and that vaporizes one of them. Taking that one away. Okay, we've got the. We're going to fire that one there. I wasn't really going to do that. Sorry, I didn't really mean to do that. Oh well, doesn't really matter. So we'll do the Eradicator against the closest target, which is going to be the Commander in All-Star suit. So we do get 2 shots, hitting on 2s, no rerolls. 2 hits, wounding on 2. So it's wounding on 2s because it would be 3s, but because I've got the +1 for the Chaplain. 2 wounds at -4. So this is 4 up and vulnerable save. Oh dear! We're gonna come on, pay reroll one of those. No, oh dear. So that's kept. So I believe that's within 12 inches. So that's 4. That's 8, and let's see what he does complete total. So 4 and 8 plus. Yeah, that's 1 dead one. So the Cold Star is down. And it's him. Okay, so Absolver pistol. I think it's just 1 shot from the Absolver pistol. So against the Crisis team. Yeah, go on then. Hitting on 2s. No, 3s. I'll double check that now. Nope, that's a miss. It's like the swap for Chaplain. Chaplain gets weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 3, whereas the Tech Marine gets ballistic skill 2, weapon skill 3. So one's good at punching, one's good at shooting. Kind of makes sense that way around. So let's speak of the Devil. Let's do the Forge Bolter into these because they've got a better chance. So this is 3 shots hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. No, wounding on 5s because it's -1 now because it's battle suit. So 5s. No, nothing there. Okay. We have got the Dreadnought, but I feel like that's going to be exactly the same here. So should I just ignore these guys? I mean, they got a lot of vulnerable saves. I mean, that's what the. I'm going to ignore for the time being until they become trouble. So we'll do the assault cannon into, and I think that might be 12 inch. So where's my trusty plastics thing? Courtesy of Games Workshop. Well, you had to buy a magazine. Can you guys get flamed? Yeah, you can get flamed. You can get flamed with everybody else. So D6 for the heavy flamer for 1 shot. Wounding on 3s. Wounds -1, so 5s. Saves. And then we've got the assault cannon. So assault cannon against these guys. So 2s. All hit. Wounding on 3s because of the guardian thing. Those would be wounds, but they're not. -1 gives them their 5-up save. And that's no saves. That's 4 more dead. Oh, we're supposed to get rid of a guardian. You, I guess? You. Right. So you definitely have to do leadership. Right, we'll see that soon. Doesn't matter at the moment because you might shoot some more. No, I can't because I'm all out of guns. That's it. That's everyone. That's just a bunch of charging. So we'll have Dready. Ready or not, Dready or not. We have the Dreadnought trying to charge the well, it's going to try and multi-charge. So multi-charge. That isn't in, so I've got to go and pay for a reroll. Oh dear. Last money for the reroll. Right, so this is because this will get if I manage to kill a unit of this guy, he'll get a point at the end. So try again. That's better. Get in there. Right, that's them. We'll do Forge Boy. You can try again. So that's 8. So this is going against obviously the 5 teams as well. So yep, he's in. Lovely. In you go, son. What about Chappie? It's going to be a long charge. He's in. Fantastic. Everyone's safe over there. Marvellous. Any more charges? That is, well, no, because I can't exactly charge with those guys anymore. I'm not going to charge anymore, apart from the guy up there. I've got to run up there. Cool. Sorry, didn't mean to burp. Right, we'll do some attacking then. They can't smack back, so Dreadnoughts get 4 as standard. And then they get 1 because they're pissed off Space Marines. This is a Venerable one, so who are we going to attack? We're going to attack, so... Because I've got to get a kill, so I'm going to go with the Fire Cadre. So we're going to go... He's still got his bloody drone though, so I've got to get for the drone as well. Hitting on 2s. All hit. This is good things. So 14 versus 3. So this is going to be 2s. All those go through. Nice. So just auto being through. And then we'll do 3. He hasn't got a save on those because my screen he's got a 4-up save, no invulnerable. So that is 1 dead 1 character. Boom. Okay. And that was done by a vehicle. So let's put it over the special place because there's a special rule for that. Cool. I'm going to double check the stats on these guys and then we'll get back to some more smacking. Or maybe not. Right then, after years and centuries, ever since I've been playing games, I've never managed to use this arm in combat. So, this is my first time in like, what, Since I was about 10, so that's 27 years. Oh, lucky number. So, lucky number 27. Let's see how it goes. So, hitting on. So, this is going against the remaining members of the fire team. So, that is going to be hitting on 3s, because remember, these guys aren't as good as punching as the chaplains. So, that's just good. So, the arm I wanted to use very much fails. That's why people don't use them. Okay, let's see if he's much better with his axe. I believe he gets 5 attacks, then he gets 6 for being an angry space marine. Hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Winding on 3s. No, because strength 7 plus 3, so winding on 2s. 2 fail to get through. These are -2, and it's still a assault, so they do get a 6 up save. 1 saved, that's 1 down. We've got the chaplain, so he's like the same. He's angry as heck. So he gets 5 as standard, and then 6. I believe it's 5, yes, because he's Primaris. Let's have a quick look. Let's just double check because I want to make it all fair. Good lord. So, Primaris Chaplain usually gets what's everyone's guess? 4 or 5? It's gonna be 5 for a Primaris. It's 4. It's 4. So I had one too many. Ha! One too many. Just sounds like drinking. Right. So 2s this time. There's your 1s. Winding on 2s again. There's 1. And -2, so 6 up save. 2 dead. And they do get to fight back, so the swords there. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Wounding on 5s. No wound. And he's going to have to run away because it's the thing, so runs away. I don't know who officially gets the kill for that one. Which is a class, so it's not really going to be a kill from the. So no, that won't qualify as a hand can kill. But he did get the thing for that one, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm thinking out loud here. So that is, I believe, the end of turn 3 for the Space Marines. So I could consolidate and move a bit closer this way, but that'll take me off the point there. So we're going to leave that one at that end of that point. So I'm going to do some adding up. Let's have a look here. So, what did we get? Let's have a look at what our things are. So let's do Cold Fury. So 1 victory over a condition. What conditions do we success? So is there do I have a vehicle in the middle and the centre? Yes, so that's 2 points. And did I kill one in melee? Yep, I killed the fire cadre. And I also killed no, I didn't kill him with that. No, I killed the crew with the guns from here. So that is that is considered a ranged kill. So that is 4 victory points for Cold Fury. I've got 3 troops behind enemy lines. That's 4 victory points there. And I managed to get Psychic Interrogation. So very, very good work on Space Marines' behalf there. Lots of troops dead. Don't know much they're going to be doing, but we'll see what the Tower come to in their turn 3. Tower turn 3. Right, back in a moment, people. Well, in the words of Star Wars, it's a trap! It looks like the tower can definitely maybe bring it back from here. So now we're in Cayenne third term. So anything within 12 inches and is the closest target that I'm firing at. So in this case, it would be the Chaplain. So I'll have to do that choice by choice then. So it'll be Chaplain first, then it's the Dreadnought. Then it's, yeah, so basically a close target. So I'll have to do this a bit cleverly. Right then, who should fight first? Well, I'll tell you what's going on first. So, what did I do? Did I have to pay anything? I did. I paid 1 command point for the Riptide to get that basically working at normal function. So it's still got 7 wounds, but it works perfectly fine. It's also got its 5 strike again, so that's cool. These guys have got their -1 to hit. I keep forgetting about that one, but they've got their 5 strike as well. They're doing an action because they were given because they got core. So this guy can grant them access to do actions and fire at the same time. So that's really cool. This guy's doing the Nephilm one. So that's basically getting this quarter locked up. That one's just basically just standing there and start shooting at people manically, along with this one. So he had to move because it could see what's happening over here, and it's much more likely to win over here, and I can do some shooty stuff. So then, because it is the closest target, I'm going to have to select these one by one, and then opt them to do it, otherwise I won't get the 6s. So, what shall we do? I've got the twin flamers, so let's say the twin flamers should toast him. So what I'll probably do is this. Certainly I won't get the sixes on him, but I will be using the giant cannon against that dude, the repulsor, and I think everything will go into the closest target. So I can't think if I can say that really. So we'll do the 2 smart missiles and the 2 flamers into the Chaplain. And if I do get that one, then it makes the Dreadnought the next closest one. So then I'll do the rest of those rockets into them. So that's all very complicated. So then, let's do the first bit. So Tower Flamers against the Chaplain. Let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So they get 2 as standard. So that's 4 plus, oh my god, that's 15. I don't think I did have to do it. So let's have a look then. This is 15 against the Chaplain. Might do it because just literally the volume here, that's a lot of flame. That's pretty much, yeah, I was one off having the full amount there. Okay, so we're automatically hits, that's pretty nice. So that's going to be wounding on 4s because it's strength 4. No pluses to the strength now. So 4s. That's pretty good. That's very good. So 3 up save, he hasn't got, so that's an honor attempt, doesn't really affect this one. So 1s and 2s, and I think we've got like 5 wounds to chip through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. 6 wounds, and can we shrug any of them? So 6 up shrug, he's got to shrug at least 2. Oh, and that is a dead Chaplain by a ranged attack by a vehicle, so I've got to remember that. So that's 1 victory point for that one. So I didn't nominate those things, so they go fire. They can't use those anymore. But I do get to use my 4 now. I didn't. Well, yeah, auto hits with 6s, wasn't it? So these are going to be 4d6s. That's rubbish. So that is 9. Rubbish. So 9 and 6s explode. So 2 more. And hits on 4s. So those are gone. Right then, wins on 5s. Those and saves on 3s. That's fine. So we've got the cannon now against the repulsor. So 3d3. That's better. So that's 6. That's 8. Not the closest. So no 6s exploding. So hitting on 4s. That's about right. Half of those. And wounding on 3s. All wound. Fantastic. We're saving on 6s. No saves. So let me just refresh myself on how much damage this bad boy does. It's 3 damage apiece. So that's 4. So it's 12 shrugs. I think we've got an explodey tank here. So 6s we're looking for. That's 3 wounds. 1 wound left. And that's 5 wounds. It's taken. It's blown up, and it blows up on 6. It doesn't blow up. So, and that is 1 gone tank. Yeah. Right, that is everything from him. He's going to do some charging in a bit against the Dreadnought, so that's cool. We'll do our friend over there with the Riptide. So he's got some plasmas, and he's got some big chain gun. Big chain gun. Put these over there. More fun. Okay. So going against our little gravity guys. Gravity guys. So hitting on 4s. 1 hit. 6 explode, remember? Wounding on 3s. Wounds at -4, so that comes into a -3, so that's 6 up save. And that is 1 dead one. Let's put him down because we might do some morale tests. So we've got 12 shots. Yep. 12 shots from this big chain gun into the rest of them. So hitting on 4s, 6s explode. So I've got 3 explodes and 3 misses. So basically I've got all my shots. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Right then, so these are strength 6. So these are going to be 3s. Let's do this into the yard. I'll put set up here. So 3s. And these are 2 damage apiece, so these are wounds. That's quite nice. Should finish them off. So these are going to be -2, so this goes to -1, so this is 4 up saves. 1 dead marine. 2 dead marine. Yeah, they're dead. That's dead. Okay, that's them wiped. They didn't manage to get the objective for that one. The the Auspex scan. So take away that. So don't mark that one down. 1 dead squad. Okay. You're fired. You're fired. Oh, I sound like that horrible orange man. So we've got these guys. So again, I'm gonna have to do the same option. So to make them the closest target, I'm gonna have to opt for the rockets to go against the dude, and then to make that apply, I'll go do the plasma. So that'll work. So we've got 10 shots going against the gravity. No rerolls anymore because I lost my Capitan. We've got 4. We got 6. We got 10. Okay. So we've got 10 missile pods hitting on 4s. That's pretty good, even without the mech up down. So 7 against 5, so 3s, no rerolls. And it's -2, so these become -1. So this is 4 up saves. Look at that, all of them. Well done. Very good. So I did say that one, so that doesn't become the closest target. So, I didn't do explodey. Oh, I did do explodey, didn't I? So we've got 12 plasma guns. Right, yep. So this doesn't explode because he's not the closest target. So 4s. That's a shame because there can be 6s that were. Oh my god. Alright, so wounds on 3s. -4 becomes -3, so 6 up saves for the Dreadnought. No saves, so these all become 2. So that's sort of 10 shrugs. Because it's all I can do is all in one. Can we destroy the Dreadnought? He took, what's that? 6 wounds? How many's he got left? 8. Yep, so he's down to 2, so that's pretty cute. So they're going to have to think about something. They're going to have to possibly leave that. Right, I thought that was going to do better with that. Oh well, sorry guys. That was all pretty effective. 2 wounds, but you didn't manage to finish him off. That was weird. That was very strange. You managed to save all of those. Okay, right. I guess we're going to do some charging then. So the only one who's charging is this dude. So we'll have you charging on in. So we're going to charge the Dreadnought. That's definitely in. Dreadnought, are you going to Overwatch? No, I'm not going to Overwatch on that one. Okay, so I've got to go and check some details. Let's have a quick look around the board. Is that everything? Everything, I believe. Yep, I don't think we're going to charge them because we need them there for the next part, and they can't because they're doing an action. So that is all good. Good. Fine. Right, so we're going to the charges then. So I'm just going to figure out how much my Titan has got. Titan, you know what I mean. My Warlord. Not my Warlord, you know what I mean. Right, I'm back in a moment. As always, not very impressive with the attacks from the tower. So this is going to be a strength 7 attack, -2 damage. And I've got 3 of them hitting on 5s. So here we go. Fantastic. All hit. So wounding on 3s. No, strength 7. So wounding on 4s. Jesus. Well, not Jesus. The devil. So these become -1 now. So 4 up saves for the Dreadnought. So it takes 1 damage and it can shrug on a 6. No. So it's down to 8 wounds. Still pretty impressive for a... It's got to be a high AP where he's take down a Dreadnought. So Dreadnought will smack back. He's not in. Also, did I do heroic? No, I meant to do heroic. So there you go. There we go. Character in there as well. So we're going to do the Dreadnought smacking back first. So 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All hit. Wounding on, I would have thought, it's not, yeah, it's wounding on 3s. 3 get through, so this is going to be 4 up and vulnerable save. Takes 2 wounds, takes 6. So we're going, that's only range stuff. So yep, that's down to 6 wounds. So that's down to, I think it's got like 22. So that is down to 16. 16. And then we've got Iron Fiber with his 5, because of a Heroic Convention gives you an extra attack. Hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Wounding on 5, because he's strength 7. 2 get through. I think the -2 for his axe. It could be -3. You'd think a tech marine would have a -3. Oh, there's my music. What do you reckon? -2 or -3? I'm reckoning it's -3 because it's a power axe. Well, no, because you get the -2, 3 on his weird clubby thing. It's -2. So it doesn't really matter anyway. It's going to be 4 up and vulnerable save. So he gets 1 through, and there's that 2 damage. 2 damage. So another 2 off the Storm Surge. And also he gets his weird crazy hand again. So hitting on 3s. Misses again. I'm still not great now. Okay, that is the end of the fight phase. So let's have a little look. Anyone lose any more from morale? No, everybody's dead. Is already dead. Long dead. So I believe that is the end of the tower turn 3. So did we... In the end of, I've got to have a little look at when the actual times for these play. I would have thought it's by the end of the turn. So it looks like I own 3 because neither have ops on that, but I'm on the majority of it. Then he's only got 1, and it's a smaller amount. So oh no, that's equal. So I don't know. We'd basically share that, wouldn't we? Poo. Okay, so I own 2. So that certainly doesn't get the a clean decisive action, which is essentially you own 3 if you own more than the operation. So maybe for the next one, maybe you get that next time. Okay, what else did we do? Did we kill 1 unit or 2 units? Is it 2 units or 3 units? Do you want for decisive? No clean victory. 2+ units. So how many units did we kill? We killed a whole Chaplain. We killed the Jonah. Yeah, we've killed. We killed. We got that one at least. Cool. So after that, the tower is finally back on the board and it's managing to push the Marines back. So we'll come back to you with Marine turn 4. Right, hello, and this is Space Marine turn 4, I believe. So, we've done all the command stuff. It's getting less and less stuff now, with less and less troops. So we've got the Iron Fiver basically gave the +1 to hit onto the Gravis Marine over there, and he's going to bravely take on the Crisis Suits. Then we got no movement here. They both stayed in combat. We have the movement from these guys, so they're heading up the board. These guys advance, so they can't do an action yet, but at least they've got the objective. He stayed still. He's just going to sit there looking pretty, and that guy move forward. So much easier towards the end of the game. It just gets so much easier to explain. So, what should we do then? I guess we'll do some shooting. So, so he's, do I get any shots from the pistols or from these guys? Let's have a look. 12 inches. No, not really. So we won't do pistol shooting. We will be doing shooting from him. We'll do some shooting from him. He can't fire his heavy weapon because he's infantry, but vehicles don't have that such problem. He can shoot them, or he can shoot that. Either over. So let's do some of that said shooting. So we've got the Venerable Dreadnought. It's in combat. It's going to fire its heavy flamer. It's not a blast weapon, unfortunately, and it's multi-melter. These are -1 to hit in combat. So let's do the heavy flamer first for 3 shots. Wounding on 5. No, it would be 4s, and that's tough as it says. Wounding on 6s, so no, nothing there. Because it is still considered ranged, and they will have -1 to their attacks. Hits, sorry. So multi-melter, this one doesn't take such things, so it says hits on 3s, no re-rolls. Both hit, lovely. Let's zoom in a little bit better. Whee! So 4s to wound. 1 goes through at -4, so that's going to be its 4 up and vulnerable save. Oh, do you know what I've done? I haven't done the psychic phase. So we'll do that in a second. So forget that, but I've already shot one. So we'll do the psychic stuff. So we can't do a psychic test because he's way too far. So what we'll try and do is we'll do the I can't do the invulnerable, so we'll do the Scrouge, and we're going to do Smite. So Smite on the Storm Surge, 5. That goes off for 11, so that's D6. Fantastic. So I might, come on point, reroll. This one's a 6, potentially. Yay! So take that away. Thank you very much. Very good, very good. I don't usually use Psychic at all in these games, and that's really just turned my opinion for Psychics. I have bought a Thousand Suns army, so there's going to be quite a lot of Psychic shenanigans, so I'm going to have to learn pretty quickly. What have we got? So Librarian, he's also got another dangerous one. I'm just having a quick look what it is. Psychic Scourge, okay, so I've got to roll one, and my opponent's got to roll a dice, and it's basically a test of leadership. So Storm Surge is rolling a 1, and he's rolling a 4. So Storm Surge leadership is probably quite high, because I would have thought, because you have to be pretty responsible to have a go on one of them. So let's have a quick look. Storm Surge leadership is, so that gives me a total of 9, and I would have thought the Librarian is probably around 9 himself, maybe 8 possibly. Chaplains are generally 9 because they're the spiritual leaders. No, 9. So 9 plus that's 13, so that is definitely more. So I believe that's D3. If it's as high, yeah, so D3. So D3 mortal wounds on the Storm Surge. For the big 3. Okay, cool. Nice. You can't, yeah, and there's no invulnerable saves. Me. So, that's that one done. I've done all that. Bork'an, so he can't fire. He's done his flames. Okay. So we'll do he can't fire into them either. So I'm sorry for talking about this guy. We'll do the melter guy then. So he's hitting on 3s this time, because he would be hitting on 4s, but he's got a +1. So yay, 5 hits. Wounds on 3s. Yeah, because I think I haven't got the chaplain anymore. 1 wounds. Not going to pay to reroll that. Might have 4 up a vulnerable save. Hey, they fail. So it's 2 plus. That's 4, so it's 1 dead. That's fantastic. So I finally made a mark on one. That's perfectly what I wanted to do. That's fine. So might as well try and keep that up. How far away am I with the heavy flamer? Yay! Flametastic. How many did we get? 3 shots. So hitting, wounding on 5s because they reduce damage. 2 get through at -1, so that's a 4 up. And it saves that. So heavy flamer. Okay. That means just the gun. So I think I'm going to, yeah, at least try it against the crisis suits. So 3s because they're -1 to hit. 4s because it reduces 1 damage. And 4s because of the vulnerable saves. And they're fine. They're absolutely fine. And this guy can shrug his damage actually as well. So he's got 4 wounds. He shrugs on 5s. So he might come back. So I've got to actually do roll his D6M. So he took 11 wounds combined. So 5, 8. I need 3 more. I doubt he's going to shrug this many, but he has got a 5 up shrug rather than a 6 up. So let's see how many shrugs. He managed to shrug 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and takes 2 more than you can take. So that is 1 dead crisis. So that's fine. Right, I believe that is just that. So if we're going to do any charging, we're going to do that now. Yeah, we will charge up because that will then block them up and they can't fire at people. Cool. So, no, I presume I'm going to get 1, 2. Yes. So I could do that actually all the way into here. Haha. Right, that's him in. They can't charge, he can't charge, they can't charge. It's just like his Right, so the grab streak then. So he gets 3 standard and then 4. So he charged in. So hitting on 3s. Or hit, wounding on 5s. No wounds. And so crisis suits get 4 apiece. And so the Chevron, so this is going to be punch time for. So what I might do, just to keep my Gravis boy in the game, spend a command point. Because he's 1 damage, they'll give me a 2 up on my armor save. Another plus on my armor save. So, 4. At least I killed 1 as I went in. So, that's what, 20? Something like that. So, that's the Chevron. I think they get 3, sorry. Maybe 4. Attacks. 3 each. So, that's boss. Okay, everyone in. So these are going to be 5s. 5s and 5s and then 5s as well. Oh, 4, sorry. That's pretty good for Tau. Someone should really train them to fight in hand-to-hand combat though. So that's those go through. Hit wounding on 4s because it's strength 5 versus toughness 5. 2. So these are dash, so this is going to be 2 up save for the Gravis streak. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. So he's locked those guns up. That's pretty cool. So we'll go to the next one phase. So is actually the is the Dreadnought's turn, or is it it's the Space Marine's turn? So it is actually the Riptides to go first. So as far as I remember, he got 3 stompy goes, hitting on 5s. We're going against the. Let's go against Feirros. So, 5s. Nothing. So, Dreadnought didn't charge this time, so 4 attacks. So, 4s hitting on 2s. All hit. Strength 14 versus toughness 8. That's 3s. All wound at -4, so that's going to be 4 up and vulnerable save. 2, 3 fail. That's 3 apiece. That's Explodey Titan. So Forest Wall 6. But I'm going to pay a command point and just double check it's not 2 points to blow up that thing. Yep, for 1 humble command point, I get to explode my failsafe detonator. So this is gone. First time I've had this model killed. That's going to make them very happy. So that was technically killed by. That was killed by the Dreadnought in melee, so that's quite good, so I must remember that. But they might get consumed by the fires of flame here. So, 1 or 2, they're okay. 3 to 5, they get D3 mortal wounds on a 6, or maybe a 5 to 6. So, Dreadnought, fine. And Tech Marine, 4, that's D3 mortal wounds. 2, and shrugging them on 6. So he's down to 4 wounds. And I believe that's that. So that's actually quite good for the Space Marines. They managed to kill someone in hand-to-hand combat. So Cold Fury, they managed to get 1 point for the kill there. I'm sure they killed something with long range. Yes, they did. But did they kill a unit? No, they did not kill a unit. So 1, 2, 3. They get 3 victory points for the Cold Fury. 4 for the behind enemy lines, and can't do psychic interrogation because I'm not in range of him yet, so nothing there. And we do have anyone on points? No, no one do anyone cooking, but we'll hopefully do that next. Right then, we'll come back with Tau turn 4. Right, back in a minute, people. Right, Tau turn 4? Yeah, I believe so. So how are we doing? We've got we have 2 on. Well, we did have 2 on the pro before we moved everyone. So 1 over there, and we had the crisis suits on there. But now he's moved over. Blah blah blah. So we've had these guys move out. They can fall back and still shoot in Cayenne. So they will be taking -1 to hit though. But I can improve that with a command point, which I'll do. So I'm going to pay that for these guys, and essentially. Yeah, they can advance and not have a problem. Well, no, it's to do with advancing, sorry. That's nothing to do with falling back, so no. I'll take that back. and use it for something else. So, no movement from this gen. He just basically passed his thing, so I will spend a command point to give him full shooting ability again. So there's a command point. There you go. So that's now about up to full suits, and he's now doing 18 shots. So we've got shots down onto this one, and I'll possibly put 2 plasma shots into there. He will not be getting any 6s explode because he's not within range of anyone. They certainly will be of the Dreadnought. Yep, so they should be fine. And I think that's all. I've only got 3 units left. So, no shooting from the Ethereal. So let's do the, I guess we'll do the Riptide first. So we'll do 2 plasma shots, then onto the Gravis troop there. So 2 shots hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Minus, so it's 8 versus 5, so it's going to be 3s. That's that. So this is going to be a 6-up save. Ha! Absolutely fine. Okay, so we'll do the, because it only takes 1 of those shots. So we'll do, I'll have to decide something else for that later, because I'll have to do some shots from those guys into that guy. That's a shame. Right, we did say into the Blade Guard Veterans with the 18 shots. So he hasn't got his fight truck, but he has got a ton of shots now. So hopefully these might get through. What have you got there? That is 7, 8. Okay, so 18 shots hitting on 4s. Nothing special about this little lot. Yep, that's pretty good. It's a shame about 6 is not exploding on that one. So that one was very nice. So strength 6, toughness 4. So we're going with 3s. Okay, so this is -2, so that becomes no, it doesn't become -1 because they've got a storm shield, so they do not get the armor contempt. So this is going to become their 4-up save. So 2 damage apiece, so 1 dead, 2 dead, 2 dead, and wounds. So well, not potentially dead yet. So we'll do the first one. Shrug the first wound. No, and no, 3 wounds dead. And yes, I got to try these twice. 2 wounds dead. And this got 2 wounds again. So one's 2 are dead, and we've got 1 wound. That's fine. That's a Riptide done. Let's go back to our boys in the crisis suit. So we've now got 10 and 8. Oh, so we'll do 8 rocket pods into the Gravis, and we'll do the plasma rifles into the Dreadnought. Something like that. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, that'll do. So, what we're going to do, we'll do 8 for the rockets. So they are now -1. Because they fell back, so this is now hitting on 5s. So, but 5s to explode as well at this point in time, so that's pretty good. Oh no, he's not the closest target at the moment. So we'll do the plasma ones first, because they are the closest target. So I think it's 8 shots still. 10 shots though. So 10 shots. No blasters, no blasters at all. So hitting on 5s, but 5s explode. So explode, 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 explode. So I still got my 10. Fantastic. So this is going to be 3s, no rerolls. That's amazing. I think this is 1 dead one. So this is going to be 6-up saves. Pretty good. 3 of those. So that's all. So these are all 2 damage now because it takes -1. So this is a lot of shrugs. So shrugging on, let's annoy them. Shrugging on 4s. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's gone. Does it explode? Does it take anything with them? No. So it's 1 dead Dreadnought. A deadnought, as if you will. Yeah, and they're going to consolidate. Oh, they can't consolidate. No, they're going to stay still because they'll go towards them and take them off the objective marker. That's lovely. So I believe that is it for the shooting. Yeah. Now that was a bit worrying because oh no, I've still got my rocket pods then. Yeah, because they're now close to target. Forgetful me. Right. 8 now. It's only troops, so hitting on 5's exploding. So got 5 explodes. That's lovely. It's even more shots than we get. Love that. Winning on 3's. And this becomes -1, so this is 4 up save, 2 damage apiece. And that's 1 dead grav troop, just about. Oh, hang on. 4 wins. Can he shrug 2 of them? He shrugs 1, but he doesn't shrug them all. That is 1 dead Space Marine. Oh, and almost knocked down a Prince. Okay, cool. So that, I believe, that's going to be the end of turn 4. They're not doing any charges or anything like that, so we'll leave it there. So we'll turn to the board. So what I forget? I keep forgetting these things. I should have known by now. So slice of victory. If I've got half or more of the operation. So yes, I've got that one. I believe that's at the end of this turn. I'll have to double check that one. And also 3. Did I kill 3? So 1, 2. Did I kill one? No, I only killed 2, so I only get 1 victory point for that one, not 3. Oh no, it is 2, isn't it? You have to kill 2, is that 3? Yeah, 2 or more. So I killed 2 units, so I get 3 victory points for that. And I haven't done the retrieving. I'll try and get that on the next one, but I doubt I'm going to get that. Right, we'll come back with the Space Marines' final turn. Hooray! We're almost there, people. Hold tight, people. We're almost there. Right, back in a bit. Right then, final turn for the Space Marines. So we don't score the objectives in the command phase. We score it at the end of our turn. So I don't have to worry about the objective markers at the moment. So I've got these guys doing the action. They're doing the Auspex scan. He's just sitting around smarming up on that objective marker because we want to claim that as for later. And hopefully we can get that Dreadnought in a charge onto that one. So that is the plan. So I've got a bit of shooting, only a little bit. The cowards have cowardly jumped around there, and they've sort of hidden themselves away. Unfortunately, I'm far away from doing psychic shenanigans, so I've just basically got 2 units in there, so I can do the victory points for later on. So nothing happening there. I might as well advance them, to be fair. So I might as well, get these completely in cover. So I'll do the Blade Guard Veterans, 4 inches. So that puts them about here. And the Librarian. Front of 4, so it tucks them right in there. So we are completely hidden from all other targets there. Okay, they're doing smash, so that basically completes at the end of the turn as well. Their turn. I believe it's the end of the battle for that one. I'll double check the rules on that after their turn. So they're not going to be doing any shooting because I can't really points. I've got 1 command point. I can use it for a reroll, I think. We've got Dreddy going to try and do a kill on the Ethereal. They've got no saves. It should be pretty easy to squash that dude. Then we're going to do some charging on that one. The Heavy Flamer is going into that. So let's do the Heavy Flamer first. So Heavy Flamer into the Crisis 6 for 1. So wounding on 5s because it reduces. No, nothing there. So 2 hits from the Multi-Melter onto the Ethereal. So hitting on 2s. 2 hits. Melts him on 2s. That's that. No save. That's going to be that many. He's dead. 4 wounds, I believe they had. So that's him gone. So the vehicle got a vehicle kill. So let's see if we can get a vehicle in the middle. That's the idea. And maybe a melee kill for the entire group. So we'll do a Harrowhand into those guys as well. Did you move? You did move. So you will be hitting on 3s. Hits 5s because it reduces the strength of it. So 5s, nothing there. Nope. Okay. I believe that is all the shooting. So let's do a bit of charging. So how far will my Dreadnought get? I want to get a nice big long charge. That's what I might use the reroll for. That's the big 12. I think that's perfect. That goes straight in. Baboom. Lovely. So that's going to give me 5 attacks on the Dreadnought, and it locks them up in combat, and it doesn't give them such a good opportunity to fight later. So Dreadnought's hitting on 2s. Of course, there's some 1s in there. Wounding on, because it's not ranged, so they're wounding on 3s. All wounds, -3, so this is the 4-up saves. Yeah. So 1 gets 3 wounds, so that's 1. Oh, they got the 5-up invulnerables, so Frag, so he's got 3 wounds left, not 4. Oh dear. Well, he's not going to win that one, so they're going to punch back. So they each get 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, plus 4, so 16 altogether. 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 5s. And 5s again. And a 3-up save. Saved. Okay, so that's the end of the Space Marine's turn. So, that is the end of their go. Let's do some final calculations. They can... Right, so what have we got? I'm going to have to double check on this one, but it's the end of my turn, so I could do my ones. So, you did get a kill. With a thing, and so I can get 2 because I've only got 1 vehicle. He did do 2 things. He killed with the ethereal, which is nice, and he made it to the middle. Nice. So behind him, nice. Got that one for 4. Nuclear. Second iteration. Nope, didn't get anything out again. So not the greatest one. I didn't have many anywhere near characters really. And I've just got to double check the primaries, and I'll get back to you after Tau turn 5. Right then, not much to do for turn 5. So these guys will score their objectives at the end of their turn, so it's their turn to do that. So yeah, Space Marines are currently doing quite well. So let's see if we can just get rid of that, so they don't have that one to worry about at the beginning. So what's happening? The Tau have not got the primaries yet. Did they do anything prior to that? No, they haven't done any sort of Nephilm anything. They did have the guy at the top do that. Oh. That's the arm of the Dreadnought finally gone. No, they did shoot them, so yeah, he didn't manage to complete, so that is an incomplete one. So let's see if we can complete that one as well. So there's what these little dots are. So we'll do the Riptide, try and ruin the Space Marines fun. It's going to be 4s to hit these guys. So I've done the Nova thing again. So it's fine. It's worked and all dandy. So I've gone for the 18 shots. So hitting on 4s, and these aren't the closest, so they're not within 6. So I can't get to the exploding 6s, unfortunately. Okay. So hitting on 4s, and that's pretty bad. We're doing all right with marker lights. Winding on 3s. Bit better. And this is going to be 4-up save, and these are kill each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dead Marines. That's their job done. So you can't fire anything more. So the so that's them gone. So the Crozius suits now can now turn their attention to the Dreadnought, who's already fallen to pieces on me, but he has got full wounds, so he could be some sort of damage. But we'll see how it goes. They've got the entire thing, but they are -1 to hit now, and they don't have any special rules anymore. But they're not going to be attacked anymore, so that's fine. So you guys are dead, and you were killed by, doesn't really matter because that's an Iron Man. These things. We just need to kill 2 units with anybody. So we'll do the plasma rifle. How many have I got left? I've got 5 left, so that makes 10 plasma rifle shots. So these are going to be hitting on 5s because we fell out of combat, and we'll be hitting 4s, so it's -1 to hit. But it's going to be explodies. So any 5s are going to explode. So we managed to get all 10 because of the explosions. Lovely. Winding on 3s. There's nothing much I can do with that. I can do a re-roll for one of them if I want. So I'll do a command point re-roll. There we go, there's another one. So these are -4, so this is 6-up saves. So 3, 6, that's not bad. The devil. But that is going to be, so these are 2 damage apiece. So So, have I got any things left? Yep, so I'm going to spend a command point. That's going to turn it to 4 up shrugs. So, only loses 3 wounds. Pretty good, so he's down to 6. And then we're going to do the rocket pods, so that's going to be 8 of those, hitting on 5s, exploding. Well, 2 get through, not the greatest though. Wounding on 4s this time. 2 wounds at -2, which is -1, so that turns into a 4-up save. And that's for 2 wounds, so shrugs on 4s. Shrugs both of them. Very good. So they didn't manage to get that one. That's unfortunate. So they don't manage to get the 2. Unless they go into combat and try and take him on El Hando. We can try that. Why not? So they're going to charge in. They're in. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, and 16. Hitting on 5s. 5 get through. Wounding on 5s. None get through. Tammy's Dreadnought's turn. 5 hits on 2s. 5 hits, and then it's going to be wounding on 2s. Yep, and -3, so 4 from vulnerable saves. 1 takes, and that's just 1 dead one. Yeah, that's 1 dead one. So they still hold all of that. That's still there. So that's the end of the game. So that's pretty good. That was pretty intense. We've got very minimal things left. So what have I learned really? There's got to be more plasma rifles for Tau, and yeah, Space Marines need far more troops really to go around doing their objectives. But let's do some points adding then. Oh, excuse me. So they've got the 2 objective markers, so they can have 4 for them each. We didn't do a thing, so there was no nothing there. Decisive action. So what was decisive action again? Own half or more. Do we own half or more? 1. Is it more? Or no, is it just more? So I go over there. I've got to double check that because we yes, we do own more. So I'm going to double check the writing on that one. Jump back in a second. Right then, after all the adding and cursing and double checking and cross checking, I think we finally have a result here. So we have a total of the Tau managed to get 42 victory points in the end, whereas the Space Marines managed to get a nice healthy 61. So a clear victory of 19 points there from the Space Marines. So how did they sort of break it down? They basically got a lot more of their secondaries really. Decisive actually clean victory. Yeah, they managed to get the retrieve definitely. They got 12 points on that one, but ultimately nothing for decisive action, and only 4 points for clean victory. Whereas Space Marines secondaries were in what have we got? 2, 6, 9, 11, 13, 17, 21, 25, 28. Yeah, so 4 to 28. They were pretty equal amongst primaries. In fact, the Tower actually doing better on the primaries, but yeah, unfortunately, it just comes down to the secondaries doing better. Yeah, so that was a very, very, very long game, and I've lots and lots of models have been taken off the game, so I've got a lot of tidying up, and then I'm going to have something to eat. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.